All right. Let's get started. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Friday nighttime stream. We're starting a little bit later than usual. 1:56 a.m. in the morning. That's really late. But we are here. All right. Cool. It's kind of funny. Six wanted me to start the stream early, but instead we're starting it late. But that's just how it is. I was working on the tag submission, and it took hours, man. Man, you can never underestimate how long these submissions take. They really take a long time. All right. Let's go ahead and get this stream prepped. I'm going to save on this. Okay, let's jump this. And we're clicking on this. And now we're here. So we've got Rigo, who is the first one in, Rigo Rockstar, Alex, Hathem, Evertroy, Adam Rob, James Trimble. Okay. I work 2 to 2. Ooh, that's a long time. It's a lot of work hours. So we're going to say, let's see. Rare Candy, Break Close. Nikke and Rocket are both hot sets. Nikke and Rocket sets are hot. And then also more Slabs. Live card shop. Okay, Rare Candy Break Close. Nikke Rocket sets are hot. More Slabs. That's true. We have a lot of cool Slabs. All right. Who's this? NHCC. So, mister, you got my 2 Slabs. Oh, I didn't check this. Hold on. Let's see. It's Typhlosion and some signature slab. Give me a second. There's the signature. There's the Typhlosion. All right. Yep, they're there. Were they supposed to be in the shipment? I thought that you, like, indicate which... Oops. Sorry about the caps. All right. Well, we better share the stream too, shouldn't we? All right. So there's Alex. He shared it over there. And so I'm sharing it over here. Okay, Mike's side might be asleep. There's that tag submission. Let's see. Might print something from this submission real fast. Don't they normally give you something to print? Download your packet list. So is it? Oh, here it is. Okay. There it is. All right. So we're going to stick to page number 1. I always do this. And hit print. All right. And then they want me to ship to tag. Got it. And print. There's no email. That's right. Please work. There it goes. Perfect. All right. All right. I say all right too much, don't I? How's that look? Impossible to read. They really should design this better. I'll set these up here for now. We'll work on that later. Let's put this back here. Let's toss these back over here. Shaboink. We had a pretty busy daytime stream, didn't we? The daytime stream lasted like 2 hours and 10 minutes or something like that. And there were enough sales in the daytime stream that I don't even need to go live right now. Like we're good. We're good for the day. So this is the encore stream now. You should have seen the daytime stream. Man, it was busy. Mister, you watch the Ethan Klein debate and Hassan. Ethan Klein and Hassan debating. That sounds like it would be a good one. Because I know they're probably going to have pretty opposing views when it comes to subjects like the war in the Middle East. Here's Polytoad. Check that out. All the way up to the number 21, the 21st spot. That means there's 14 spots remaining. This is officially more than halfway done. When an item like this, when it gets close to the end, people really do start jumping in pretty rapidly. This is up to 5 spots. This is up to 5 spots. Tax emission, RIP black ink cartridge. Yeah, I don't print with black ink. What I do is I use my Zebra printer, so it just lasers it onto the sticker. Although maybe you could argue it wears the laser out more. But yeah, those invoices they want are always ridiculous. Ooh. Look at that. That's the Pokepot, by the way, that I just showed you. Pokepot, lots of fun. We're going to jump in here now. And the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to get rid of some of these emails. Also, I'm going to jump into Coinbase and sell off the, hopefully the stock market, the crypto markets didn't crash. Ooh, they're totally crashing. Oh my God, it's so annoying. Solana, we've got Solana. Okay. I gotta say, accepting crypto is a tricky thing because first you have these larger fees that you pay. You pay larger fees with crypto. But second of all, like in fact, so PayPal fees are better than crypto fees. But so the second part is that by the end of the day, when you're ready to cash out, the crypto might have gone up or it might have gone down. Well, if it goes down, you actually lose money. And I don't know why it is. It feels like more often it goes down than up. Maybe that's because guys are good at spending their crypto when it peaks, and then right after a peak, you have a dip. Let me close out of these. Good. We are closed out of the tag submission stuff. Now we're over here to PayPal. You should only accept stable coins. Yeah, I've thought of that. Like there's like a US dollar stable coin, isn't there? USDC. 6, she says, Rayquaza break 1, solo leveling. Oh, 6. I haven't checked in on that solo leveling set in a while. You think it's gotten cheaper? Here you go, 6. USDT and USDC. There we go. Very nice. Very good. All right, so that's 22 out of 35. Ooh, no notification. Did you really not get a notification? Because that doesn't make any sense why you wouldn't get one. We didn't post too much content today for sure. Maybe it's because the stream's so early. It's only 8 minutes in. I don't think the way it works, I don't think YouTube sends out a notification immediately when it starts. I think sometimes it waits till like a half hour's passed. Okay, 1 solo leveling. Where'd I put those? I wonder where those are at. I don't think we've touched solo leveling in a little while. There it is. I got 2 notifications. What? All right, let's take a quick look at this solo leveling because it was a tricky one. Solo leveling was changing in price really rapidly. Solo leveling booster box. Booster Hawks. What was the price we used to have it at? $8? It was at $8 before, right? We're lowering it back down to 8. All right. That happened with the Halo packs too. So it's a really interesting thing. The Halo Upper Deck, it like spiked in price for a minute, then it just returned back to the previous price. All right, back to where it was at. How nice. 6, it might have been 6 on the very first day, if I recall. I think it was 6 like on the very first day. And then we started selling out of it really fast. There you go, Miss 6. What do we got? Cold. Ugh. Cold round. Sorry, 6. All right. Tell you what, Six, since I just changed the price to 8, if you end up buying another pack, take $2 off of the additional pack. So you can do the next pack for $6 if you'd like, since we just changed it. All right, and that's all the orders in the queues, just 6. All right, well, I don't even know how busy of a stream it's going to be tonight because, again, we had some pretty crazy orders all throughout the daytime stream. And that was like 2 hours, or 2 hours and 10 minutes. I'm not sure. I can't remember the exact duration, but it was one wild stream. 4, 5. Let's get these priced up real fast. All right, so these are Caleb slabs. Discord giveaway. Yeah, now's a good time for the Discord giveaway, huh? Oh, don't tip. God, dude. About to tip over my slabs here. Too much stuff, man. All right, there we go. All right, so where is it? Is it this one? Is it this one? Is it this one? Whoa, we're giving this away. This is really good. That's a giveaway for our Discord server. Let me check it out. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, no, oh wait, it's not this. This isn't the giveaway. The giveaway is Chansey. Well, so what is this? Maybe that was going to be a giveaway. That's confusing. Here's the Chansey. Aha. It's a good thing I took a picture because if I hadn't taken the picture at it, I'd have gotten the wrong card out. So it's this Chansey 10. It is a Karuta 10. All right. It's still fairly nice, actually. And let's go ahead and close that channel up. We're going to close it so that neither... Well, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'm going to duplicate it first. And then I'm going to close it up. Okay. So we create a duplicate first. Now we're going to hide this channel from the moderators. And from everyone else, too. So no one can see it. Gotta make it super private. Okay. And now we're just going to pick a number. The Glaceon was the survey giveaway. Was it? No, I don't... Maybe it was. It is. No, because we gave that away already. We gave away the survey giveaway already happened. All right, let's see. Oh, I know what we need. Google RNG. Good. And now we're going to choose between 1 and 100, I think. Okay. So we got 1, 2, 3. Landing on 64. 64. We count down from 64. I didn't get to join. Well, now it's too late to join. Is so 64. No one on 64. 63. 62. 61. 60. Oops. 59. 58. 57. 56. 55. 54. 53. Smoking Sharp on 53 is the winner. All right, congratulations to Smoking Sharp. Okay, cool, man. Grabbing this. I was going to say J Sharp. Cool. Oops. Handed out on 5/25. All right. Wow, pretty cool. All right. So we also have to pick a new giveaway card. What shall that be? What do we have in this pile? You know, I need to check that channel and see how it runs, the Discord giveaway channel, because we got rid of the we could do one of these Hello Kitty cards. I got too many of those. Yeah, let's do one of these pricey Hello Kitty cards. How about that? Got a lot of Hello Kitty cards. All right, next giveaway, free Hello Kitty. Why not? Still free, right? Okay, lovely. Pristine 10. And this will be the next giveaway. Here, let's put a ticket on it so that we can see kind of some value on it. We got rid of the trainer role in Discord. I felt like it was redundant. It wasn't necessary. So we're looking to add new roles to the Discord server. One type of role we're going to start to do when it comes to really special, really famous pulls, like let's say the Crown Umbreon from Prismatic. If you pull that, we're going to give you that role in Discord from now on. So that's a new one. So that's it. Let me take a picture. What should one do with their life? What is the purpose of life for ourselves? I would say some pretty safe guidelines, or let's call them guesses, for what to do with your life would probably be to help humanity. And for you personally, probably find people who love you and surround you with people who love you. Can't go wrong with that. Would it be nice also if you're rich? Yes. But that's materialism, and it's not the ultimate goal, I'd say. So those two things, help humanity out and surround yourself with people who love you. All right, there we go. Very nice. You need to clear some rolls. Some have like 1 to 2 or even 0. Ooh, sounds good. Yeah, I should clear some rolls. Rolls are something I really have to work on. Obviously, I was not able to do that tonight. So this channel's getting deleted now. Feed us, delete us. And we're going to bring this back up here. So we have the new giveaway channel. Let me turn on permissions. So everyone has access. Well, here, let me put it on neutral. Everyone has access to the new giveaway channel. You don't need a roll. You do not need a roll to guess a number in the new channel. Okay? Cool, cool, cool. So there it is. Tammy's in. She's got number 23. Hamum's in. John Paul Geraldo's in. So now you can go to the giveaway channel in our Discord server and guess a number between 1 and 100. Naturally, that means there's only 100 spots. You should jump in because it lasts a month. The last one didn't fill all the way up. And I think part of that is because you had to have the right role to enter the giveaway. Well, we just got rid of that role. It doesn't exist anymore. So now you can just be anybody and participate in that break. It's very easy. All right. Why are Chinese cards cheaper than English? I don't know. Good questions. The market's decided they're cheaper. That's it. All right. Let me check and see if we have a order since then. Yes, we do have an order. So we'll take care of that first. Miss 6. Oh, nope. We already did that one. Mr. Thim wants 3 user soft. All right, 3 user soft. You got it, Mr. Thim. Ah, here they are. I like the user soft cards. There's some really raunchy cards in the user softs. Yeah, that's a great question about the purpose of life. You know, I did some big thinking. I think it was like this year or the end of last year. And I realized, you know, eventually the theory is that the whole universe goes cold eventually. Think about it. The sun explodes. So no matter what your bloodline is, no matter how hard you work, no matter how much you set your children up, no matter any of that stuff, the sun explodes one day. The sun goes cold. And actually, first it expands and destroys our ecosystem. So the earth is going to go bad, and we're just not going to be able to live on it anymore. And so the next theory, and that could be billions of years from now, it could be a really long time. Oh, he can turn into a vampire. But the realization is that, you know, even if you set your grandkids up, which is good, or your kids up, it all eventually ends. It really does. Sort of like Judgment Day from the Bible, right? The Bible has, well, I think in the Jewish religion, the story ends with the, you know, like Yahweh returning or something like that, right? And then in the Christian Bible, there's like Judgment Day. And I think there's something very similar to that in Islam, sort of like a final day. Well, in science, it's a little bit different. In science, they go, well, the sun is not infinite. It goes bad eventually. The sun goes away one day, it dies. And that's great. Maybe we can fly in a big spaceship to another sun, to another Earth. We'll get to another Earth, guys. It'll be great. Okay, suppose we actually pull that off, and it doesn't look like we can, but let's say we did. Well, that sun explodes too. So, you know, the conclusion is, even if it happens a very long time from now, everything ends. It all comes to an end. And it could be like, maybe if we master like really crazy travel, space travel, maybe it ends like 10 billion years from now, who knows? But it all ends. Either way, it's got a finality to it. It all ends eventually. So when you think of it that way, it really puts some things into perspective. It makes you think, well, and then again, you have to wonder if humans invent something that could save us, but I don't think we can. How could we invent like what kind of machine are we going to invent that replaces the sun and keeps all the gravity and all that correct? That's not going to be, there's no way. I mean, in theory it could happen, but I don't think it's going to happen. So, you know, one day it's all going to end, and I think that when you realize that, first of all, you shouldn't spend a lot of time worrying about it, because it's going to happen way, 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 way after we're dead. You know, your lifetime's going to be over way before any of that, and all the people you know, and all the people they know. So first of all, don't worry about that. But second of all, if you're trying to come up with like an analytical explanation for what you should be doing, the conclusion could sort of be seen as sort of like time to get existential, time to, well, maybe none of this matters. Maybe none of this really matters that much. And if that's the case, you should just aim to be happy. You know what I'm saying? Which is arguably better than being unhappy. Just aim to be happy. Here's Ryan Cheddar, 10 Glory of Team Rocket. And if you do an analysis of what makes a person happy, it's not necessarily materialism. Like, what are you going to be laying in your hospital bed holding all your Pokemon cards? Oh, I really love you, Charizard. That's not going to happen. So, you know, you better have people with you who like you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think that's what the CEO of Apple did. What was his name? His name was Steve Jobs. When he passed away, he talked about, because he got cancer. Super successful guy, billionaire. But, you know, he's outlived by like Bill Gates. Bill Gates wins because he didn't get cancer. Or if he did, he quietly had it taken care of. I don't know. But Steve Jobs talks near the end of his life about how he has spent less time working and spent more time having people who loved him in his life. And I feel like that's probably right. It's, you know, think about it. You don't really care about cardboard anymore when it's all coming to an end. You just kind of want to feel loved, probably, you know? And maybe that has a lot to do with just the nerves of facing the end. It's easier to face the end when you're not alone. All right. Jeeves stops. Yes, Jeeves stops. What happens to us when we depart our bodies? You think we will still have awareness or eternal sleep? You know, if you talk to like a biologist or something, they're like, that doesn't really make sense because you are your brain, right? Every memory you have stored, that's in your physical brain. It's physically stored there. It's not space magic. So, you know, if you don't bring your brain with you when you pass, it's hard to imagine that you know who you are or remember anything. If anything even leaves your body, if there's some kind of soul or something. But that's theory. The soul stuff is just, you know, that's like philosophy, right? There's no proof for that right now. So for all we know, your brain goes bad, stays in your body, which is very dead. And who knows what happens afterwards. Maybe you just go to sleep for a long time. And you're not there to know that you're asleep, so it doesn't really matter. Go. Fun conversation. My Pokies die when I die. There is a soul. Walter White proved it. Didn't Steve Jobs refuse modern medicine? Yeah, he did. Yep, he had a treatable kind of cancer. They wanted to perform surgery on him. And he didn't want to accept the surgery. He wanted to like eat fruit or something like that. And that was going to beat the cancer, but it certainly did not. There's Ryan. So, let's see. He might have, who knows, he might have survived longer Had he simply gone with, also, I mean, he didn't look like a really unhealthy guy, did he? He looked like he wasn't like obese. So it shows you that, you know, cancer can get you even if you're the smartest man or the best marketer or the CEO of a powerful company. You're super wealthy and you can afford any doctor. Cancer can get you. It's like your time to play the game is over. It's just your turn to go. So it's a really fascinating thing. His story is very fascinating. But yeah, he might have made a different choice and lived longer. Friggin' fruit. So anyways, yeah, that's my thoughts. So I would say kind of like optimize for happiness. Surround yourself with people who care about you. There. And help the human race would probably be a big one too. You know, that's how you got this far in life, is you have like this beautiful society and all this stuff. Well, somebody else put this in place. So try to leave something good behind. Jack Gray, Waifu Shuffle. Here goes Mr. Jack Gray. That's why religions deal with this kind of stuff a lot, you know. Religions are always dealing in this kind of stuff, trying to help people. Okay. Waifu Shuffle and shipping. So it's not going to be a $20 shipping, though. It's going to be a $40 shipping, Mr. Jack. Let me show you. So if you have 3 slabs, that's going to hit over 4 ounces by itself. This will be slightly over 4 ounces, which is what you need for the $20 shipping. But on top of that, you actually have a chunky little bag. There it is. So this bag will also hit over 4 ounces. So this is actually a $40 shipment right here. Is he here? It's Mr. Jack Gray here. Yeah, I'm sorry, man. Let me know if you need more shipping cost. I'll send more. If you still want the Waifu Shuffle, send me $20 more. You could skip the Waifu Shuffle, and then you've already sent enough. Just a thought. But let me go ahead and add funds. I'm about to run out of funds here. All right. Great thoughts. Thank you. Thoughts on immigration in Europe? That's a big one. It's got people really torn. There's people who believe in, you know, sort of like, I think it's kind of personality differences. There's people who kind of laid back. They had everything they needed in life. Their parents took care of them. You know, they didn't struggle, and they're just feeling pretty good, pretty positive about life and about the world. And they say, yeah, bring everybody in as a party. Bring everybody in. We're all laid back. Everyone's the same. We're all equal to each other. I love everybody. So I think there's that personality type. And then there's kind of the survival starvation personality type where they're going, there's not enough, bro. There's just not enough. How do we pay for this? How's this financially viable? You know, we've got this socialized healthcare and these terrible wait times. Well, my dad's got cancer and he's in this horrible wait line. And there's all these people who didn't help build the country, you know, and now they're clogging up the healthcare, and my dad's going to die of cancer because it's taken too long. So, you know, that's the other type of personality. And so they're arguing over what's the best way to manage immigration. All right. So let's get this started. So that's what's going on with the immigration subject. What do you guys think about it? All right. It is. I would say one of the hardest parts about it is the financial struggle of it. I think if it was not a financial struggle, a lot of people would just be like, meh, it's not a big deal. I think a lot of people would feel that way about it. They'd be like, it's not a big deal. And then there would be some people who would still not like it. They'd be like, no, everyone around me needs to look like me. But the financial struggle of taking on so many people from around the world, that is the leading cause of the resentment of the large population change. So this is going to say playing cards. All right. So the value here, we'll set this up nicely for you. Okay, we're going to hit print on this. All right. I think AI might cure all diseases in the near future, hopefully. Oh, man, that would be so good. That would be so good. All right, we're just waiting for that to load. While that's loading, let's get these price tags off, because we ain't trying to help. We're not trying to help the customs companies. This United States is so big that all 300 million people can have acreage in Texas. Nice. I think America's a good country to be a big melting pot. That's another thing. Some countries are so small, like Austria, you know. Austria, probably, the people there, if you just add a little bit, the population changes so rapidly with such a small influx of people. But America can withstand taking on lots and lots and lots of people and just being a big, you know, really big country where you can kind of pick and choose where you want to live, too. All right. At least Trump is getting rid of illegal immigrants out of America. We are. Yeah, that's a tough subject, isn't it? It's he did win the popular vote during the election, so I think people were saying, hey, Joe Biden's policy was open border, and that did not end up being popular enough. I think what happened probably was there was too much chaos involved from that. People in the cities actually probably felt it a little bit. They said, whoa, wait a second. I can't get help because there's you know, strain on the social services and stuff like that. So yeah, too disorganized. I genuinely think Americans are very open-minded to having a country that's very mixed and letting a lot of people in and everybody working together on like something progressive. But I don't think, you know, when you look at the downsides to open border immigration, which is maybe gang members slip in, that kind of stuff. I think that's really a strong point for the conservative argument, and Democrats have to reconcile with that. So let's see. Here's Carlton Wicks, $20 towards Slab Away and 1 Pokey Shuffle and 2 Glories. You got it, man. All right. Putting this here. Here's 1 Pokey Shuffle. Let's see what that Pokey Shuffle is. I'm hungry, says Andy Man. 1, 2, 3. Zoinks. That's a cold one. And let's get $20 towards your Slab Away, Mr. Carlton. Let's see. We're going to jump over here. This is going to say 135. Excuse me. All right. So here's this. Don't suppose you'll be wanting this, do you? Well, maybe you would. I forget if I have a bag, says David Ma. Or if I shipped my most recent bag. I don't know. If you place an order, you can tell me you can't remember, and we'll go looking for it anyways. I'll still take that waifu shuffle. Nice. Let's get it for you right now. Actually, I think it should be this card right here in the front, because after I did that shuffle, I pulled the 1, and I did the 3 to the back, and then I was just supposed to flip the next one over, right? So it should just be this one. You were so lucky. You are so lucky that I did not reshuffle that. I just wanted you to get your proper card. I didn't want to change fate, you know what I'm saying? You are so lucky. What is that, Haruhi? All right, let's see, Haruhi. Marnie. Haruhi 10, huh? Where? What's the number? Number 050? Oh, here it is. Ah, that's a good one. Very nice. Very nice. That's probably the Siggy. It's got to be if it says C on it. So, Mr. Jack, you're going to feel pretty good about that. And now you know why you come back here and open those shuffles. Because the shuffles can magically turn your $20 into $300. Of course, that always comes at the cost of somebody paying for it. So it might be you paying for it one day. But that is the fun of opening custom boosters. Or pull boxes, or whatever you want to call them. Ah, there it goes. Will that 4th slab go overweight? No, you're all good. But it is a $40 shipment, okay? It is a $40 shipment. So that's the important part. If immigrants come in through the legal way, they will contribute to society by working and paying taxes. Yeah, I do think it would be better if it was all organized. I have to agree with that. I lean conservative. All my parents, or all my grandparents were immigrants. My grandmother's Filipino, and everyone immigrated to America, but they didn't do so in a way that was so controversial. There it is. All right. Of course, a long time ago, when there was the huge immigration from Europe into the United States, it was a very different country back then. There was almost no social net at all. There was no Social Security, didn't exist. All the social welfare didn't exist. It was just take care of yourself, take care of your own family. And so it didn't really matter if a lot of people came over, because it's like, it didn't affect you. There wasn't as much taxes, and you didn't pay for other people's stuff. So if a lot of people just kind of fluctuated over, you're like, I don't care. You probably looked at it like it wasn't a big deal at all. You're like, sure. All right. Very nice. There was probably even back then, there was probably some pushback to it. Who wins, 100 men or the gorilla? Definitely the 100 men. Jack Gray shipping. Thank you, Mr. Jack. Appreciate it. That was something I was talking to Cares today about, is the idea of Social Securities. It's a flawed idea. It will never work, because it always requires each old person to have multiple young people beneath them having their paycheck shaved, right? So the government shaves off some of the money of your paycheck, not all of your paycheck, but a little bit of it, and then that goes to an old person to take care of them in their old age. How does that work unless everyone always has lots of children? Do you see what I'm saying? So if people are having one kid or two kids, that's not enough for Social Security. We all have to have like 4 kids each. That's it. You have to. And why is that a problem? Because that requires infinite population growth. Infinite. For it to always work, there has to be infinite population growth. And so Social Security it's a Ponzi scheme. It's going to fail because you can't have that infinite growth. And so, we have to figure out how that's going to, what do you do about it? I guess it'll be gone by the time you and I are older, because there's just not enough kids. All right. Here we are. There just can't be infinite population growth. It will never work. All right. Ta-da. 100 men will win. We know where to kick and to hunt the gorilla. Ooh. Very nice. So this is one whole box of Dragon Ball Z for our friend, Mr. Danny. All right. Okay. We need to fix the system. Too many flaws. Oops. All right. Okay. I don't hate the idea of people being able to retire, though. I feel like that's the goal. In fact, the goal isn't just to have people to retire. The goal is to have people retire as soon as possible. You know what I mean? Paradise. In paradise, people don't have to go to work every day. That would be paradise. And we're trying to make a paradise on earth as close as we can get. And so in paradise, we'd all be retired right now. We'd all be retired. Because there's so much money. There's so much goods. Everything's bought and paid for. Everything's the way it needs to be. Robots do everything for us. I don't know. That would be paradise, wouldn't it? So the goal is to get people to retire at a younger and younger age, if they want to. They don't have to, obviously. That's the sign of a strong economy. That's a sign of a progressing society, in my opinion. France had a problem where their retirement age was going up, and they started rioting over that. They're like, no, we're not. We'll work your whole life and retire at 68 years old. The average lifespan is like 75. You get a few wrinkly old years to do nothing. Yeah, you should be retired when you're young. That's the best time to be retired. Hey, Night Crew. Hope everyone's well. Hey, what's up, Sarah? Ooh. What do you guys think about retirement? You guys ever think about that? Your Pokemon cards will help you retire if they go up in price. And you just sit on them and you don't touch them. You'll be tempted to touch them. You'll be tempted to sell them, I promise. But if you just don't touch them, it'll be better. And when the prices are going down, again, you'll be tempted to sell them when the prices are going down. But the trick is to not touch them. Oops, can't wait to retire. I don't usually join the chat because I'm always working when Mr.'s on live. Yes. All right. We're happy to have you here. Mr. Jonathan's been here a long time. All right. I'm here now. How do I order something and tell you what I want to get? Hey, what's up, man? If you'd like to place an order, head right over to the live stream description. You know how to do that? You need to open the description of the live stream. And you're going to see a big menu, including at the top how to order packs, which is really simple. You just send me money over PayPal. Doesn't have to be PayPal. It could be Venmo, CASHAPP, ZELLE, all these other, So you just send me money for what you want. And then when you send the money, you get to attach a message. So that's it. And then I get an email. Bing! I get a little email over there. And I read the email. That's how it works. Very easy. Here we are. Should I buy Skyrich Charizard right now? If that's the card you want next. Nothing wrong with the Skyrich Charizard. Rawr. All right. Here's this blue hair guy. I will start work in about an hour. Nice. Oh, yeah, because it's kind of morning time for you, isn't it? Here's this. Okay, here's this. I used to be really obsessed with retirement when I was younger. I think the older I get, the less important the retirement itself is. And it's a lot more about building a lifestyle that I'm interested in. So the lifestyle is the most important part. We are. I don't have to retire, like young. But I'd like to know that when I get off work, I'm doing what I like to do. I was thinking about that today. You know what would be really nice? Is if I owned a big pool. Not like really big. But like big enough you can kind of swim around in it to some degree. And I'd like it to be a heated pool. And so you get off work, put on your swim trunks and just climb right in the pool and just be swimming. And so that'd be like an exercise. Because it's a mix, isn't it? Like a mix of comfort and exercise. So I don't know how much a large pool with heating costs, but it's probably super expensive. Danny, and I wouldn't want to build something like that unless I was in my dream home. So I wouldn't want to build it on a home I'm going to leave someday. Mr. Danny, let's see. But if I was in a home where I knew I wasn't going anywhere, I knew I was staying there, I'd probably think about building a pool. There we go. Pools are a lot of maintenance. So I've heard, which is why I'll have to hire a pool boy. All right. Which is why I'll have to hire a pool girl. Here's Kieran. And they don't have pool girls. Ah, damn it. Here's Kingja. Ooh. And Heavy. It's Heavy. I'm trying to be like my parents. They retired and have passive income so they can travel and enjoy their dream home. Nice, man. Yeah, that's very good, actually. My parents are certainly not going to be able to do that. And Karis's parents are in such a tough situation that we'll be taking care of them. So somehow she and I have to have enough money to be able to retire, but also we'll be taking care of them on the way toward retirement. It's not pretty. It's a pretty bad looking situation. All right. So now we have Diane Bailey for $6. Oh, Diane's back and she's buying out those Topps movie packs. Hell yeah. Diane, I hope you pull Charizard. So here they are. These packs are special because they have 0 stickiness and we proved that they had no stickiness. So this is a grade A kind of box. We like that a lot. It's one of the ingredients you need in order to pull cards that could actually grade 10. I had to do a career change after 10 years at my old job and spent a ton of money moving and buying a condo, but got sick of renting. Here we are. Whatever job you have, it's probably not 100% all fun and games. Ooh, this could be it. Venusaur. All right, Venusaur popping out. Work. The whole idea of work is you are getting paid because you're doing something that you're really skilled at, but also you're doing something that somebody else just doesn't want to do, you know? That's what it really all comes down to. Is that's why work pays money. And so if you can find a job that you kind of enjoy while you're, you know, serving other people, you've unlocked the secret to life. All right, Diane, we're going to start by putting this into a holder. Let's see. Even Sweden, that Scandinavian bastion of openness, identified being gay as a disorder as late as 1979. Says Mary. That year, a group of Swedes took advantage of the legal framework that made being gay an illness and called in sick to work. Very clever. I can't go to work. Why? What's wrong with you? Too gay? You know, I'm just feeling really homosexual today. All right, what we got? We got Peacemaker, Charizard. Okay, and here are these cards as well. Trying to build up savings again. Just finally crossed 30K as a 35-year-old. Hey, you know, 30K at 35 years old is a lot better than having nothing at 35 years old, which is probably what most people have. So that's not bad. You just got to see it all the way to the end. You know, somebody like Dave Ramsey, the financial guy who gets made fun of a lot now, he would tell you that you're on track. You just got to stick to it now, okay? If you're not where you think you're supposed to be at 30 or 35, it's all right. Just pick a plan out and stick to it at this point, and you'll be okay later. Like it never happened. But it's good to sit down and have that conversation, you know, and to actually work it out. Okay. According to Korn, I'm way behind. You are? Well, you're a very wealthy man if you just moved. If you took your 30K and you moved to, I don't know, like the Philippine Islands, you're doing pretty good with 30K. So have one of those retirement abroad retirements. You ever heard of those? People who they save up to like 150,000 and then they just instantly retire and they move to some, maybe they cross the border to a town in Mexico, or they go to the Philippine Islands or some trick like that where the US dollar simply goes further. That's kind of clever when you think about it. Ooh, Togepi. The Story of Mewtwo. Okay. Yeah, but don't feel bad. You know, there's people in much worse condition at 35 than you. If you got 30,000 savings, there's so many people in the world right now who have pretty much $0 in savings. So you're already way ahead. And then there's some people who have like $1 million at 35. And maybe they got a really lucky career. Maybe they had help from their parents. Maybe they're obsessive savers. Oh. But, you know, it's not worth it to worry that much about all this material stuff. This is a Charizard card, but look at the corner on this card. It looks like it's bent. It's so unfortunate. What I would say about this card, Miss Diane, I would try to sort of bend these corners back into position a little bit. That's what I would do if you're going to send those into grade. I just did that with a Pikachu, Pikachu card from the Classic Collection. I just applied pressure to the areas that were sort of out of alignment, and when I looked at it again, it was looking much better. So you might be able to take like a rolling device or a pressure device and sort of pressure these corners down into being a better shape. That's advice. Be careful if you follow it and hurt it. Don't blame me if you hurt your card. You told me to do that. Ooh, a Blastoise coming out for you too. That's nice. Heavy books. Yeah, heavy books or something. Don't take it to heart from all these other chatters. What you're doing is the same as my husband right now. Here we are. Very good. There's Blastoise. Lovely. Okay. You can start your new fruitful career on OnlyFans. You could be a VTuber. I'm going to be a VTuber. All right, here we go. Psychic Showdown. Coming out at the end. Here's, Armored Mewtwo. Wow, look at that. Mechanical Mewtwo. That is so cool. 30K is better than nothing, to be fair. I have a second job and a side hustle on top of a full-time gig. It's very, very difficult not to spend your money. And that's why so few people actually retire. Wait, let me ask ChatGPT. I'm curious. How much cash does the average 35-year-old have in America? How much ass? No. All right. So it'll calculate that. And you got this little Tops Graveler back here. All right. Me. What's up, Rand? Rand, 56 months. Woo! Are you ready? So, the average savings between 35 and 44 years of age is $27,900, according to the Federal Reserve Survey. Dang, dude. And it's important to note that these averages are skewed by the high earners. The median savings for this age group is significantly lower at $7,500. Wow. So you're fine, dude. You're fine. You have about the average amount. That's what that means. Okay. And in fact, you might be doing better than average because it said the median amount is $7,000. Okay. Only $27,000. Our Poke collections are worth more. Plus, you have a house too. Well, you know, this is why my theory about Pokemon cards is that they'll get more expensive, because our generation, if you're my age or just around it, our generation is the first one to sort of be hooked on Pokemon, and we're very nostalgic for it. And we're not even in our high-earning, rich ages yet. Because you're doing okay at 35, but I mean, by the time you're like 50, that's like 15 years from now. You've had 15 years to build a better career, to get more money. You know, it starts to, the landscape starts to look a little different. You know what I'm saying? All right. Like, you think Logan Paul's got a lot of money now to buy Pokemon cards with? How much money is he going to have in 15 years? Yes. And so whoever really likes collecting Pokemon cards, they're going to have a lot more money in 15 years. And that's why I think the market it won't necessarily will, but it could shoot up way higher over time. Wow, this one looks perfect. Look at that. Corner's looking great, man. Playtime Pikachu's Vacation. So that is silver foil. This is so cool. By the way, for those of you watching at home, this order was $480. $480 for this very special order. I'm poorer than you and older than you. I had 500K when I was late 20s. If I liquidated all my guns and collectibles, I might be looking at another 15K. There you go. Nice. Here's this. Okay. And what do we have here? Team Rocket, which I think Team Rocket cards are more interesting these days. When this set has proven that there's definitely a lot of love for Team Rocket. This Glory of Team Rocket set proved that. I'm poor from spending Pokies and Weiss. It is. Very good. Ooh, look at that. Oh no, look at the horrible bend on that. Why is that bend so bad? It's sad. That most likely occurred during manufacturing, because if you look at the actual box, the box this came out of, the box is not that bad. Look at the box. Yeah, box looks fine. That's sad, dude. So, you know, these guys who cut these cards, they move them around their giant sheets. And I bet you this guy just got handled poorly. Yeah, I would take this one and I would try to bend that corner back into place. That's what I would do with it. It sounds silly, like, you know, oh, can that really be a thing? But I think it is. I think there are people developing techniques like that, like using a humidifier to make the card sort of wet and then crushing it between like plexiglass or something like that. And so don't, just because you see a light bend like that, don't freak out too fast, because if it's not a terrible crease, should probably be fixable, but the creases are trickier. But I watched a guy on TikTok fix a card that had a crease too. Ooh, War Turtle. All right, no Charizard. We are looking for the Charizard in this box. All right. My side hustle is a magician. Let me show you how to change 500 to a 10. Proceeds to open Evolving Skies packs. Yeah. Well, you have to accept that opening Pokemon cards is not investing. Opening Pokemon cards is akin to gambling. You could say it's for entertainment. You could call it a luxury. You could call it a hobby. Those are all common terms used, but it's definitely not the same as like buying U.S. bonds with like a return rate of 3%. It's not the same as taking your money and just putting it in a 4% savings account. Like, what do I get? Let me look. I've got a savings account with Robinhood where I just have cash laying around. And right here, let's see, interest rate, 4% APY. I get 4% interest rate with Robinhood. 4%, that's just enough basically to keep up with inflation. But you know what? That also means that the money's not falling if the stock market's falling. And but I might miss out on the gains from the stock market. But also, I could put all my money into my mortgage. My mortgage is more than 4%. And then houses kind of appreciate in value over time. They typically do. We are. All right, we're going to look over this. But yeah, I mean, when you open Pokemon cards, you have a chance for the Pokemon cards to pay off like crazy, right? Like if you're opening 151, you pull a Charizard out, the Alt-Art Charizard, you've done very good. Thing is, so hard to grade 10 on those cards, and it's so hard to pull the ones you want that more likely than not, you're probably going to lose money. So you really open up cards for fun. You open them as a luxury. You understand what you're doing, what you're getting yourself involved in, but you don't think of it as, okay, I'm going to open these up and they're going to make me rich. There's one thing that will make you rich, and it's your job. Your job will make you rich. So get a better job, start a company, start a miniature business, start a side hustle, whatever it is you're going to do. But your job will make you rich. Pokemon cards are just for fun. Sometimes you just get a good card, you hold it for a long time, and it goes up in value. That's pretty good. That's a pretty good move. Here's playtime. But I think that that's really hard sometimes. I think when you have Pokemon cards, the urge to sell them is so high, and the urge to open packs is very high too. Okay, that's for Diane. Thank you, Diane. I think what I'll do, I'm going to sandwich these guys in between some of these top loaders. And now we're going to get a new bag for you, Miss Diane. I'm going to put your stuff back where I had your last shipment. All right. Is she watching, by the way? I put half my savings in a CD account, which earns on average 4%. I just keep renewing it 7 to 13 months. Here it is. Yeah, I think having some cash. Well, the problem with having 4% in the CD is, let's say there's a market shift that suddenly occurs. You will have to get your money out of that CD. And I think typically there's some sort of rules to that, right? They say you can't do that without a penalty, yada, 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 right? And so, I mean, if the CD is paying 4% and some bank account is also, like I have a Robinhood account, is just paying 4%, might as well just put it in the bank account. Because if it's in the bank account, you can instantly withdraw it to do something important, right? Like if the market shifts and you decide, okay, today's the day I'm buying a bunch of stock, but the CD will actually lock the money away. 4% is so low. It sounds low, but that's kind of what CDs do. Also, you know, you could go buy bonds or something like that if you want 4%, but it's the same, maybe a similar idea. I don't think the bonds pay out until their term ends, right? I don't know exactly how it works. I've actually never bought bonds. I've only ever heard about them. I know Warren Buffett sits on a lot of them. Warren Buffett has bonds. So here's Gregory Carvajal. Can I get one box of English Rascal? Don't remember if I have a bag. No problem, man. Welcome back. I'm glad you're hanging out with us. So, Rascal. Where is that? Here it is. Welcome back. Gregory Carvajal. I'm a smaller financial version of TCC. Smaller financial version. Oh, my legs. Whew. All my savings are in Pokies and 3 properties. Oh, that's what you mean. Yeah, properties are pretty conservative investments too, but they're nice, you know, like they're physical. They really exist. stocks they're a lot more liquid and they're more volatile, but they're easier to maintain. Properties are hard to maintain. You have like a property manager. There it is. Okay, tossing this over here. That's Gregory Carvajal. Mr. Gregory, you ready? I used to work for a small company with a big name in the entertainment industry. Now I work for one of the big three cellular provider companies. It's like night and day. Snipping this. Okay, Mr. Gregory, good luck. Snipping this. Looks like I was completely wrong about the stock market. Were you thinking that the stock market was going all the way down? I had a gut feeling that the stock market, after the initial scare of the tariffs, was going to sort of feel more stable, like, you know, as long as new tariffs, the tariff war wasn't continuing or getting any worse. I figured that the stocks were going to jump as a sort of stabilization occurs. And it says in the last, it is, says I'm up 3,300. Nice. Because I just put all my money in the stock market like a minute ago. Let's see. How long have I had these, actually? I don't know. I told you guys I bought a big chunk the other day. I just bought the S&P 500, and that was it. And then it went up that 1 week. But, you know, I've had bad moments in the stock market, too, so it all kind of evens out. There it is. Here's a hollow. But I had a gut feeling, just based off of all these things we talk about and all the things we know about what's going on in the world, I felt that it looks very bad for China and the United States, and so the stock market should tank for a while, and maybe there'll be a lot of panic selling and a lot of fear. I think when something bad shows up, that really wealthy people sometimes shelter their money because they can't afford to have a big loss. And so they pull out of the stock market. And then speculators pull out too, just because they know that's how the stock market's going to react. So the speculators are jumping in and out. And I felt like after some of the fear of the tariffs are dissipated slightly and there's slightly more confidence, you know, I think that the price of the stocks were going to jump back up maybe 2%, maybe 3%. And so that's why I went back in. Ooh, look at that. And so now I think I'm in a good position, because if the United States and China strike some kind of deal or just stop fighting, I think that stocks will continue to grow from this point. I also think the United States managing to end the war, the Ukraine-Russian war, I think that'll be a moment where the stock market will jump. Oop. This is an hour long of this one song. I don't want that. Okay, there we go. So I believe right now in the stock market that stocks are underpriced because they haven't sort of baked in what the world's going to look like when we start trading with Russia again, and when Ukraine is repaired. So that's an event that's going to occur, and you will probably want to be in the stock market before it occurs. Here we are. Also, India is looking to take on a lot more U.S. manufacturing. Did you guys read that article that said Apple's going to move their manufacturing of the iPhone into India for now? Which I think they've done before, but they're going to do it a lot more now. All right, my pokies are making more than 4% per year. The pokies are very speculative, so they feel a lot riskier. But yeah, it's kind of like taking candy from a baby right now, isn't it? Because the Pokemon cards are just doing so ridiculously well. It doesn't even make sense. And they gotta retrace at some point, but man, they're just doing so well right now. Here we are. But the thing is with Pokemon, I buy when the market feels bad, and I buy when the market feels good too. It doesn't matter. So if the market's doing very well, I'm going to buy some. And if everything slows down, I'm still going to be buying. I'm still going to be trading. I'll just adjust prices and adjust expectations. All right, cool. India needs the help. I don't know stock market, so I don't touch it. Yes, maintaining properties are a pain in the backside, but it makes more money than putting money in the bank. Sure. Yeah, we were looking at our properties, and they've all jumped in value over time. All right. It doesn't feel like they make you super wealthy, but, you know, if you held a property for like 20 years, yeah, it probably would. But that's exactly what Pokemon cards are kind of doing too, aren't they? Let's grab this Glaceon. Ooh, Glaceon. So we're going to get him into a new sleeve. I hate my current supervisor. Doesn't that suck? A bad supervisor. That sucks, man. Do you guys think we really have 86 viewers? I actually don't trust the view count. It feels like a normal night. Okay, put this over here. Let's go ahead and snip this. What's tonight? It's a Friday night? Yeah, it's a Friday night, huh? Yeah, it's hard to believe 84 viewers on Friday night. But maybe. I hate my current life, says Troy. Properties have a steady rental income for me. Nice. Okay. And now, oh, and so Gregory, you did have a bag, by the way. And so now we're pricing up this beautiful Glaceon. All right, all right. Here's this. Okay. One time in high school, I worked at a party city, and my supervisor was this huge, muscular, gay black guy that drove a Miata. It was so weird. It wasn't. All right. You got something you need to tell us, Corn Rolls? Let's grab this. I'm an internally promoted supervisor, and it changed how my coworkers treated me, even though I didn't change my ethics or morals. Oh, are you saying like your coworkers didn't like you anymore? Dude, we had that happen at Target a long time ago. I had this guy. He was my exact same level. We worked side by side, and I didn't really like him that much. He was just a different personality from me. He was like too cheerful, and so I didn't really like him for that. And then one day I found out he gets promoted to manager, and he's my manager now, and I did not like him one bit. It was like I already didn't like him a lot when he was my coworker, and now this guy is sort of lording over me and just kind of tells me what to do. And he got transferred really fast because I'm pretty sure not a single person there liked him. Not even one person wanted to talk with that guy. There it is. Yeah, he was the husband of another coworker. So he was married to this girl. Her name was Kelsey. And he was just this cheery guy. Real cheery. And you couldn't stand to be around him. There was just something really annoying about it. I don't know what it was. Like it was almost like he was trying too hard to be your friend. And it didn't feel right. You know, just something in your gut told you that's got to be fake, right? And one day he just comes out. He's like, they announce he's the manager for the flow team or whatever it was called back then. And he was like basically a manager in training. There were two managers, and he's like shadowing. It was just awful. And then he's gone. They sent him off to a different Target. They're like, all right, you're out of here. Next up, we have an order from Michael Ibarra. 3 packs of Gloria Team Rocket, 1 pack of English Nikke. You got it, man. Mr. How much store credit do I have? Hey, Mr. Blake. All right, let's see. Blake says, how much store credit? I do. Oh, here we go. $48. Didn't you spend that? You already spent that. You withdrew $48 by giving up. See, this is the problem with store credit. I forget to remove it. But you got that from this, which you sold back to me, and then you managed to get the spot back later anyways. So that has already been spent. I gotta be no more store credit. I gotta be better with that, because when it comes to the store credit, I forget to remove the store credit from the store credit bag, and we can't have you spend it twice. That would be like disastrous for me. There it goes. Just got off work, so I'm feeling better now. So I'm doing better now. Keep on working hard. It will get better. Hard workers will get what they deserve in the long run. All right. Oh, but I can, yeah. So let's go ahead and get 1 pack of English Nikke. Where's the English Nikke? Oh, okay. Empty box. Unless you sold me back something else that was coincidentally $48. I don't remember that. I don't think that's what happened. The last activity I remember with you is you sold me back a pack for $48, and then you spent the $48. Okay. Michael Ibarra. I gotta cut this They have these new rubber coverings for the boxes, and they don't tear. They get stuck, so you have to use scissors on them. There it goes. Ugh. Good. How's it going tonight, guys? Happy Friday night. We started the stream very late at 2 a.m. in the morning. Hope you guys are having a fun time. Daytime stream was insane today. It was a 2-hour, 10-minute stream, and we were ripping packs the entire time, like nonstop. And I was commenting that I was wondering if the daytime stream would affect the nighttime stream, and I'm wondering if it is, because it says we have 91 viewers. But I'm wondering if that view count's accurate too, because the other night it said we had like 200 viewers, is what it said, for a long time. So it said we had like 215 viewers for like, I swear, like an hour. And then it just dropped all the way down to like 90 all of a sudden. And I was like, what is going on? Here's a Blaziken. Ooh. I have tomorrow today off, so I'm free from the shackles of work. Okay. Okay, here's a hollow. Ta-da! All right. The shackles of work. Now, wait a second. We can't just price this Glaceon at 40. This Glaceon is... The $40 is correct, but it's Caleb's. Okay, Caleb has hired me to sell his cards on commission. So he's got a nice Glaceon here for sale. Michael Ibarra, let's find your stuff. By the way, if you guys have slabs that you want sold on commission, we can do that as well. What's work? My daddy's a millionaire. Some people really do have parents who have a net worth that's $1 million or more. And so, yeah, you're pretty set. Although, another interesting thing is occurring where your parents are living to be like 100. So you never actually see the money. Warning point, Yu-Gi-Oh! Oh, gosh. So he must have won this for $5. I was selling it for 20. I guess I was selling it for 20. It's a CGC gem mint with the old label. Right, I'm off to work. Need to prep the shop. I'll be listening to TCC, but I won't be able to re-chat. You have a nice day, Mr. Jonathan. Cheaty bye. Ooh. Honestly, I have no clue what this would sell for. Let's place it up here for 20. Good. Those were some stimulating conversations, wasn't it, guys? We could talk about anything you guys feel like, though, so feel free to start a fresh conversation about any subject. You can ask me questions if you'd like to ask some questions about the stream or about just anything you want. I don't care. You can ask my opinion on some things, card-related, or you can ask me my favorite food. Tonight we had Japanese steakhouse. There's this big Japanese steakhouse truck that recently opened up out here about 3 months ago. It's been like a whole different place to live in with that option of food option. It's like one of the only food options we didn't have. So now you can go there and get some delicious steak and chicken with fried rice. It's so good. That's what we had. It sucks when you're working hard on changing your situation. The results just feel like they're not coming fast enough. But you're going with it, and that's mad respectable. I run my own fast food business selling Chinese and fish and chips. Nice. Now I'm hungry, says Corn Rules. What state? Travel safe, Troy. What do you think about the clear tops cards as far as collector value? I think they're very cool. You're talking about the tops clear cards, transparent. Charizard, Squirtle, Pikachu. I believe there's a Bulbasaur. There's definitely a Mewtwo. And I own one. I own the Flying Pikachu with the balloons. Lovely card, graded perfect by CGC. They just don't go for a lot for some reason. So I don't really know. It's just how other people feel about it. They don't pay a ton for them. I think the Charizard's actually ridiculously cheap. But yeah, I mean, that's just how people feel about it. So transparent cards are interesting. Danny St. Moore, bag sort. I had 2 floating bags and a bag of hit. Not sure if you mixed them in my box. I will be shipping my cards soon. I want to keep the best one with you so I can grade them. Thank you. A bag sort. Okay. You got a lot of bags. Let's take a quick look at some of your recent bags, because I think bag sorts are tricky. I think you didn't want the hollows for this, right? You actually mentioned leave the hollows, and I didn't notice that until afterwards. So here's some hollows, here's some hollows, here's some full arts, and here are some hollows. So I remove these hollows from your bag now. Not a bad idea to do the closer you get to shipping. I don't even know where to put these. If I leave them in their sleeves, they'll actually fall over if I try to stack them. No need to check the old ones. Okay, let me do this real fast. Pull these back out of these sleeves so they can actually get stacked. All right. You've got this bag over here. Cherry Chums. By the way, if anyone wants to donate cards to the Pokepot or buy a bulk pack and put in the Pokepot, feel free. Kuromi. You got these nice Hello Kitty cards. Ooh, Pom Pom Purin. That's a nice card. I like the Pom Pom Purin. You got some The Simpsons cards. These are probably like the bulk cards there. Okay, you got your Walking Dead. You got one Donald Trump card. That's pretty much a hit. But it's the cover card. Okay. So I don't see the Simpsons cards in this bag, which makes me think this is a bulk bag, and you have a hits bag where the actual pulls are sitting. All right, happy Friday night. Send those orders in, guys. You want to have some fun? This show is based off of the orders you send in. So if you send in an order, we have a fun night. I feel like we've seen this one already. So you're saying you've got some floating bags, huh? You might be correct about that. I'll go looking for those in a second here. Floating bags, you say? Oops. Just sent mine. Nice. Can I see if I have anything for the Pokepot? I'm Stephen Chang. You can also toss my hollows. Stephen Chang would like to donate to the Pokepot. But before I can do that, I got to finish taking care of Danny St. Moore. Okay, let's see. Daniel Wiseman, Darwin, Danny St. Moore. Danny St. Moore. Danny St. Moore hits. There we have it. You got plenty of stuff. Plenty of it. We might be able to get this all over to you with an $80 shipment and then just ship the bulk. Like, look, there's one of these Hello Kitty cards. Put that in your hits bag for you. Some Ren and Stimpy, some Star Wars, some Minecraft, some Siggies. By the way, we have a restock on the Hobby Box, Minecraft Hobby Box, Panini. There's a little Pikachu. And the reason that that's meaningful is because that Hobby Box has numbered cards in it, including a chance for the numbered Chicken Jockey, which is part of the set. So you can pull numbered Chicken Jockey out of the Minecraft set. Let me show you what that looks like real fast. Here they are right here. So that is the latest Minecraft set. And after the very, very heavy success of the Minecraft movie, people have a lot more interest in these. But this has serialized numbered cards in it. And it's not just Chicken Jockey that might be interesting. You all kinds of stuff like the Creeper or something like that, right? I feel like I've seen this bag a lot. Okay. Yeah, some Minecraft cards back here, actually. Ooh, there's an Enderman. I'm sorry, not Enderman, Ender Dragon. Some cool Star Wars. You got lots, plenty. I thought you were saying Danny Say No More. It's Danny Say No More. Say no more. Say no more, honey. Did the Espeon break finish last night? If so, do you remember who won? Yeah, the Espeon break's definitely over. I cannot recall who pulled it. You should be able to look it up in the Discord server. Does anyone here right now know what it was? How it ended? Let's put your hits bag in here. Okay, your hits bag is in here. And you're right, you're going to have to float these over here. Because we are out of room. I feel like donating something. Here's this. Here's this. Okay. Peter won the Espeon. Ah, Peter Pumpkin Eater. I knew it. Here's the even more expensive Garchomp Giratina. Here's another coin, but this one's much cheaper. Here is Espeon 10. And here is Sublivion. All right. Okay, so Mr. Stefan says he would like to donate something. Let's see what you got. Hello Kitty, that dog's probably going to be the one. All right, so you don't have much in your bag. It's a real thin bag, and we can definitely get rid of the doggy. Didn't you send me like a message in Discord, and you were interested in like a trade or something like that? I vaguely remember that. I don't think I ever responded to that. I think I lost it. You know what happens in Discord? If I read your message and I don't mark it as unread, the message actually gets lost, so I don't even know how to look it up. All right, here goes. One roll in the Pokepot. Okay, you got 2, 3, 4, 4. Why are some prices in blue? That indicates that it's a slab that I'm selling for somebody else. And so it shows you how many slabs on the table are actually not mine. This one's being sold for Caleb. This one's being sold for Anthony Kalura. And they are pretty satisfied with it. I guess they're pretty happy having me sell their cards for them. It's kind of a cool thing, isn't it? All right, we have a Carlos Suevas. He won 7 Glory of Team Rocket and 1 Prismatic. Good pick open last night. Let's see what we got. Okay, here's this. Has anyone ever won the Pokepot? They have in the past, before it was 3 dice, or before it was 4 dice. Back then it was 3 dice. Okay. I'm probably not going to ship out. Can you donate my bag to the next order or to the Pokepot? Yeah? Let's see what you had. Some Hello Kitty, a little Noibat. We can definitely donate this to the Pokepot if you'd like. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, no, these don't count. These don't count. 1. Well, yeah, you let the poker count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you got 5 rolls. 5 rolls, 5 sausage rolls. Mr. Stefu. You're talking about my message for the triad. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's doubles. We got to re-roll 3. 3. Oh, that's a triple. We got to re-roll 3. And 4. Oh my God, so close. Look at that. 2, 1, 1, 1. Oh my God. All right, and that's it. That is properly all 4. Jeez, he was that close to taking the whole Pokepot. If that 2 had simply rolled 1, that would have been it. All right. You'd have a very different looking bag. Okay. Would you prefer store credit or precious metals for my raw cards? You can definitely trade store credit for the raw cards. I don't mind. If you wanted to do something other than gold, I don't mind. But I'm not prepared to hand out store credit for it. I got to sit down and look at the cards. What I did today is I got dinner and then I did a big tag submission today. So I gotta still look at your cards, okay? Can I see what I have in my bag to donate to the Pokepot? Yeah, let me get this real fast. So, Mr. Carlos. I'll give you a week. All righty. Well, I don't think I'll need a whole week. I just wasn't able to do it in between the 2 streams. All right, here's Spidey Ops. Nice. Here's this. Here's in Annihilate. And here is the Olive Tree. Ooh. And then the Prismatic, Aromatisse, and Heatran. Ooh. Mr. Carlos. All right. Tossing this over here. I must have been gone for a while. I've never seen the dice roll for a Pokepot. That's a new thing. It's kind of like this thing you can do for fun if you're just kind of bored and you got some junk cards you want to donate. All right, let's go find your bag. Like, for example, maybe you don't want this olive tree. This olive tree, you could donate it to the Pokepot and roll the dice one time. What you're trying to do is get the dice to land on 4 of a kind. You know, like 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 2. Really hard to do that. If you get that roll, you get to take half the Pokepot. And that is looking like a lot of cards at this point. All right. Minister this one time at band camp. There it is. Okay. I meant to say trade I sent on Discord yesterday. 0.07% chance to get that. Never tell me the odds. Here's Sandshrew. Ooh, I like this Sandstorm Sandshrew. That actually looks really cool. All right, all right, all right. So I had it right, but it's take half the pot. Got it. Yeah, you get half the pot, and that's still a lot of cards at this point. And the pot, each time someone doesn't take half the pot, it just gets a little bit bigger, doesn't it? All right. So one thing we certainly work very hard on over here, we work very hard on getting new slabs up on the table all the time. So here's a new card. It's a beautiful Sandshrew from the Sandstorm set, which a lot of you don't even know about. Let's see. Not even a sold. Let me go ahead and scan it, see how rare it is. I'll stop blabbering about the trade. Here it is. Here's Pop 16. All right. There we go. 16, and now I got to choose a price for this guy. I would say 75. Caleb. There it is. All right. Well, when a trade feels kind of close, I always I take a little longer with it. Like I take it and I analyze it a bit more closely. When a trade feels not so close, I just kind of get it over with. But definitely when it's close, I have to make sure that, you know, like I need to look the cards over real carefully and just see, like, are these cards all pretty much impossible to get a 10 on? Because if 1 out of 10 of them can get a 10 and pay for the cost of them, that's one thing. But if absolutely none of them can have any chance at a 10 at all, it gets a little harder to decide. All right, someone talk to me. I feel lonely. What? You're right here. We're talking. So who was it that wanted to take a look into the pot as well? Let me hit refresh on this. All right, we actually have an empty queue. There's nobody in the queue right now. So, and that's what the point of the Pokepot is. If we're ever having a slow night, weird that we're having a slow night on a Friday, but here's my theory. We did so well on Thursday night, which was Friday morning, and then the Friday daytime stream. I think everyone's kind of blown their load already. Miguel. Okay, so Miguel, what's the name on your bag? Miguel G something? Is it Miguel Morales? Is it this one? Yeah, like this Oink Loney, you might, or these poker cards, you might want to trade some of these in. I'm lonely. Yes, okay. So this one might be worth trading in, and these two. So that would give you 3 rolls if you want. Put my cards in the wrong bag, went back to check. Ooh, we got to fix that, guys. Hold on, we got to fix that as well. You must have had a bag that I thought was yours. It's that one with the stickers in the front, huh? Carlos Chaveras. Oops. My bad. Carlos Sueva. My bad, dude. Let's get these back out. So here's yours. Yep, looks good. All right, so you're going to have 3 rolls. And then let's get Mr. Carlos Sueva put into the correct bag. I don't know if you had a bag. Chavez, Lopez, Vargas, Mandarin, Andrews. Is it a new bag? Do we need a new bag? Maybe that's what's going on. Feldman, Casey Fjelsted. Casey Fjelsted officially has an expired bag. All right, let me get you a new one. Got one earlier today. You got a bag earlier today. Was it a slab or was it a bag? Because I'm not seeing it. Maybe we put you in the H box? Oh, we put you in the H box. I'm so dumb. Your bag does exist. It got put into the CH box. My bad. For people with names like Charlie. Oops. You belong in the CA box. All right. We're all good. We're all taken care of there. And now here is Mr. Miguel going into the Pokepot and taking 3 rolls. 3 sausage roll. 1. That's doubles. 1. 2. 3. All right, there it is. Whew. You guys want to see the Pokepot? That's the Pokepot right there. Look at that. That's pretty fat, man. There's a lot of stuff in here now. One thing, if you know you don't have anything in your bag that you want to put in the Pokepot, we have started selling a new item on the menu with that specifically in mind for people that just like donating cards. So you can buy these and donate them if you'd like. These are junk packs. They're $4 a piece. They give you 10 junky cards. You can donate all 10 to the Pokepot if you wish. They're just junk. You might like them. So you might go, oh, just put those right into my bag. I like those pulls. Or you might go, that's junk. Just get rid of it. So we started doing that for fun. Could also do the other EX cards, just not the full art. Yeah, I can do that for you if that's what you'd like. Oh, right. The other EX cards, just not the full art, like the Gardevoir and the Gyarados. But you want to keep these 2, right? Well, in that case, let me get these energy cards out because we want to have your cards be protected at least. The bag's too slim with just 2 cards in it. All right, we don't like bags that are too slim. Mr. tried watching Mickey 17 movie. Is satire just making fun of Trump and Musk? Mickey 17. What's Mickey 17? All right, here it is, Mr. Miguel. Just say okay to that. I'll place this over here. Mickey 17. Never heard of it. I wonder what South Park will do. You think South Park will roast him? I think South Park's going to roast Elon Musk. Could also do the other EX cards. I'm pretty sure we got it right. Here goes. 1, landing on 3, 2, 6, and 5. And 2, landing on 2, 3, 4, and 4. All right, there it is. Shaboom. Edward from Twilight just dies and gets remade like a lab rat a couple of times. What? Never heard of that. All right, let's see if we have any orders in the queue. Here's Miss 6, 2 solo leveling packs. You got it, Miss 6. Here they are, 1, 2. They should do an episode of Musk actually being a hidden blank of blank. Snipping this. All right. Tossing this out. Good luck, Miss 6. Okay. Hold. And Egress. You got the Egress. Yay! All the Teslas are pre-programmed to do something bad. Ta-da! That's going to go in a 6's bag. Miss 6. Here we are. Let's show off the breaks real fast. I'm going to show you guys the breaks. So we got this new clearance break with Oma Star. There's one person in it so far. We've got this very, very cool Rayquaza VMAX Alt-Art from Evolving Skies. Booster box of Evolving Skies now sells for 1.4, and you need about 6 boxes to pull one Alt-Art. So this will probably finish very soon. Might finish Sunday, might finish Saturday. We don't know. Could finish any second. Here is the Garchomp. Lovely. We've got this Mega Break, of course. The Fates Collide box break, $48. Glory of Team Rocket box battle over here. Mega Sublist with 4 spots. The Fossil Sublist with 4 spots. Fossil Sublist is very close. Remember, that gives you a spot in the Fossil break. Now, we also have this box over here, Brilliant Stars, 3 people deep out of 7. And to finish it off, we have this guy over here, Lance's Charizard 10 Jumbo card. Think of that, a Jumbo card graded 10. And there are 5 people in here. We need a total of 10 people. So we're halfway done with the Lance's Charizard Jumbo card. Beautiful card. We have some packs over here that we can show off. The Minecraft hobby packs with serialized cards in there. Solo leveling just went back down to 8. Yuzusoft has sexy girl cards for $5 a pack. SpongeBob Vintage actually selling through. Here's another. Okay, so we had 2 Minecraft cards. We didn't need another one. Perfect. Here are the other Minecraft cards as well, the older ones. Final Fantasy cheaper, Legacy. Here is Gem Chinese. We sold 2 boxes of the 151 Chinese in the daytime. Here's Series 1 Fortnite. We were selling a lot of that the other night. My Little Pony, your favorite. Korean Terror Festival. We've got Heat Wave and Battle Partners. Dragon Ball Z Legends. Elite Spark Hololive. We got a fresh case and it's sealed still. Well, we were wondering if Mr. Kendo wanted that, but you know, if you wire into that case, we'll just start opening it right away. Here's OP11. Here is Sneaker Bunko. Here's Oshinoko. Animal Crossing. Very popular Halo Legacy and this Topps Finest. Of course, the Topps Finest has not performed very well. Guess that wasn't a popular one. I got to keep that in mind next time. I wish I hadn't bought so much of it. All I needed was about 1 box. I didn't need that much. I bought so much. Miss 6 says she'll take 4 more. Solo leveling. You got it, 6. All right. Cool news. I got a Charizard Merlin sticker from you a while back. Got my grades back today, and it got a 10. Nice. That is so cool, man. That one card's going to pay for that order and more from all the way back then, because that card's probably so expensive now. Which one was it? Did you say it? Charizard? Okay, Charizard Merlin. So I'm going to go get some more solo leveling for you, Miss 6. I'll be back. For about a week, maybe a week and a half, solo leveling was the fastest item on the menu. By the way, where'd my goofy slabs go? All right, I'm going to miss collecting cards. Well, if you're going to miss collecting cards, why are you stopping collecting them? You don't make any sense. Here we go. It's like saying, I miss collecting paintings, or I'm gonna miss collecting comic books. Nobody's telling you can't do it anymore. If it's like a cost thing, what I would say is just don't think of it as a way to make money. Just think of it as a way to spend money. There we go. You're still allowed to have hobbies. All right. Maybe it's a problem where you feel like you're spending too much money, so you're cutting yourself off cold turkey. Having enough discipline not to overspend on cards is pretty tough. I need to save money for future stuff. Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Okay, you ready? Ooh, it's Cha Hei In. What are you talking about, Brandon? The only future stuff you need to buy is cards. You don't need anything else. There. Look at me. I live in a cardboard box, but I have lots of Pokemon cards. I'm just kidding. Oh. And to honor my dad's will. Oh, so your dad might have said something in the will to do something. We are. Okay, we got Cha Hei In. Your dad thinks like I do. You know, I talk to Karis about that all the time. When I write my will, it's going to have demands in it. All right. Miss 6. Your baggie's over here. Ta-da! Lovely. Cardboard sounds right. Mister, were you unable to ship Friday like you said you would? Unable to ship Friday. Fresh produce. I didn't receive my package Friday. What's the name on your package? Well, Friday shipping, Alexis was here, so I don't know what you mean. Pretty sure it's all been packaged up. Gilbert L. Gilbert Cedillo? Did we print you a label? Let me ask you that. Did we print you a label? Because if we printed you a label, then yeah, it's packaged. It gets picked up on Saturday. You know that, right? So the way it works is Alexis ships on Friday, but she usually shows up about 5 p.m., and so the mailman's already gone by. So it really doesn't get picked up until Saturday. So the scan's not till Saturday. You said you're shipped, but USPS hasn't received. Yeah, that's pretty normal. So USPS will actually pick the package up on Saturday. It gets packaged on Friday. Oh, it's something wrong. It picks up tomorrow. You got to wait. All right, so if that's all it is, then you are good to go. Just letting you know that. We got it all packaged. So basically got, shipping and handling. You got the shipping and handling portion today. The mailman takes it tomorrow. Here's Lance Weiss. Oh, I think I remember. You wanted your stuff really fast, right? Was that what the deal was? But yeah, it does get picked up on Saturday, so it is going out. So everything's where it should be. Here's a Merlin sticker for Lance Weiss. All right, Mr. Lance. Got it. Okay. 1 sticker pack, 1 fortnight, Series 1. I got a bag. Okay. He might have an urgent need for the cards. He's just making sure that they're on track. They're on track. As long as we printed out that label, which I'm pretty sure if you were talking to me about it, I did. Alexis received that and got the shipping on it done. Okay. And here's Persian. And here is Nado Queen. Ooh, look at that Nado Queen. Very nice. I got scared when Mr. starts a sentence with, what are you talking about? Well, I get so many messages. I get so many questions. It like makes my head spin. So I can't easily keep track of what was going on with each request. It's hard to keep track of each request. I have like faint memories of it, but I got to be reminded of the details. Okay, Mr. Lance. Picking up a cold pack. That's a cold pack. All right. Very nice. Very nice. La Flame. So La Flame's got a bag on the table again. Luis Ruiz. Mr. Lance. Very good. I feel like the table could use a new lightning break. Let's get a lightning break out for Friday. Ready? Look at this one. All right. Leafeon lightning break. Let's grab some sleeves. Ta-da! Did my music really pause? I don't like that, man. Are you still watching? Yeah, I'm still watching. Crazy. Yes, of course I am. I'm always still watching. Relaxing hearing cardboard get opened. Ah, awesome, man. Well, I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're hanging out. So let's get this Leafeon started. maybe the next star card, the next break here. So your odds are 1 in 5, but also one of the spots is a star card. So it's more like 2 in 5. That's called the lightning break because it's a really small one. And often I pick a popular Pokemon. Nice. Danny is back. Can you show me my bag of hits? I don't remember what cards I have to be graded. Oh, yes. All right. So you want to go through that bag of hits. Give me a second, Mr. Danny. All right. So here is the bag of hits. Looks like I gave this Pikachu a 9. 6. No grade. Rayquaza, Umbreon, Drampa. Okay, I guess all these guys went in here. It's interesting because I wouldn't grade all these. I would not grade all those. And actually, since these graded 6 and 9, I wouldn't grade these either, to tell you the truth. Rise of the Dark Realms. Those are mythic rares, I guess. Oh, nice stamp card. Okay, so that's probably worth grading. Here's a nice card. Bahamut Full Art. A signature from The Walking Dead. A nice Donkey Kong. 10 minus. Ah, now you're talking. Okay, you got this nice Nazgul card. Glow in the Darks. So these are from Minecraft. Gengar, The Simpsons, Kamari. Here is a Hello Kitty card. Here's more Lord of the Rings. There are the Simpsons cards. We were looking for those earlier. Here's some nice Sonic cards. Okay, you got this Alea here. The Butt card. 10 minus on this. Ooh, he's got a Fortnite Holo. For those of you opening the Fortnite, you're trying to pull this. Okay, and these are bulk. They shouldn't be in here. There's this and Weapon Drop Golden. Looks really cool. All right, so you do have some really fancy looking cards in here. Let's get these hollows to the front. Okay. Pop this in here, perhaps. Separate these a little further. Because I think I was dumping stuff into your hit bag that didn't belong in there. All right. Thank you, Danny. Okay, thank you. Hey, Mr. I've seen that my package has been sent, or at least the label is made. Did you leave anything behind, or is everything in the box? So it's all going into a... Oh, I don't remember what kind of package I did for you. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's all going. That's what I chose to do with it. I chose to send it all out. Yeah, I remember. It's going to be one of those 2-pound boxes, I believe. So that's what we did. 2-pound box. All right. You and Mr. Sven Jansen. I took care of both of you guys. All right. Miss Six says, hey, let's just do a whole box of solo leveling. Let's do it solo leveling, everybody. Are those McDonald's cards? They are. There was actually 2 different sets of McDonald's cards. Dragon Discovery, which is very popular. You can find that on the menu right now. And the other one is the Halloween cards, which I think I am ready to probably raise the price on those Halloween cards because I really like them. And I want them to be heavily available by the time Halloween rolls around. So I don't want to run through them, but I don't think I have that risk. Jen was here like 2 days ago. Yeah, Jen actually stopped in and said hi. It was really nice. She opened some SpongeBob cards. All right, Six, as you know, when you open a whole box of these, you get the promo pack for free anyways. When we sell these one at a time, the promo pack is counted as one of the pulls. But when you order a whole box, it does not. So it is cheaper to order a whole box. Good. One of those little things, right? Nice. Okay. I got some quest stickers to put up on the table in a minute here. Oh. Big hits, no whammies. Did she buy anything? Yeah, she bought those SpongeBob cards. Okay. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Scooby-dooby-doo-boo-boo. Ah! Sung Jin-woo. All right. He's getting too powerful. I think he's a bad guy. He just wants to save his mom. Ooh. Lovely. All right. We're looking to pull the Rockets Mewtwo SAR. We have not pulled that yet, everybody. Rockets Mewtwo SAR is still available. We also have never pulled the Prismatic Crown Brionne. Ooh. People were trying to pull that in the daytime stream, and they did not succeed. Oh. That's the HR. Ooh. Very cool. These solo leveling cards were the best-selling thing on the menu for like a whole week. We sold tons of these. And there's like signature cards in here that sell for like $1,000. Six showed me there was one. She showed a sold listing of one that went for $1,000. It is. Ooh. Ta-da. Now, where did I put those quest stickers? Because I was supposed to sell some of those. I do not see them. I know I brought them over here. Dang, dude, I don't see them at all. The quest stickers. I know I took a whole image with them. Where the heck did I put them after I was done with the image? Well, this is why I'm not selling them, because I don't even know where they're at. They don't want to be sold. They said, no, keep us. We're at a point in the stream where I'd like to price one. What? What, they just like disappeared into the pile? Where are they? Oh my gosh. How do you make a pile of hyper expensive slabs disappear? That's not possible. All right, well, since I can't easily find them, let me get a new card from this pile. Nah, dude. Oh, there they are. I found them. All right, what are we pricing up now? Ah, Grimer. Pop 2 Grimer. Isn't that cool? Okay. I still got to watch the show. Solo leveling. We're on like season 2, Karis and I. It's okay. Definitely has a feeling like it's a show that like an adolescent teenage boy would watch and be like, yeah, I'm the coolest, bro. Nobody expected me to be this cool. Okay. Ooh, we got a Jonathan Morris order coming in, guys. This is Quest Grimer. Would you guys like it if we actually had a Quest sticker card break going? Okay, so there's not one for sale. Okay, there's no data on a sold one. So give me a minute. I'm going to pick a price for this. All right, we've got a price. Good. Haha. $200 2018 Grimer. It's a 7-year-old card, kind of like XY era essentially. And it's population 2, and it's just really rare. Really rare. Very few people get to own that. Okay, thank you, Six, for that order. I really appreciate the order tonight. Next up, we have the order from Jonathan Morris, and he says he'd like a whole box of Glory of Team Rocket. Let's see if we can pull that Mewtwo. So is this a sealed box? Yeah. One whole box of Glory of Team Rocket. By the way, guys, we need to get that free card going. You ready? Let's get a free card going. Looks like tonight it can be... Well, we got this Skeledirge, but I feel like he's too cheap. So I feel like the Skeledirge isn't a good one because he's actually worth like $5 maybe. We got to get something a little more substantial than this for the giveaway. All right, how about Raichu for the giveaway tonight? Is your bulk order just common and uncommon, mister? Bulk orders. Are you talking about the bulk boxes, or are you talking about the bulk booster packs? The booster packs are not common uncommons. They're weird stuff, like actual pulls. Let me show you what it might look like. So here's one. It looks like this one's going to be all Star Wars. Is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's a whole pack of Star Wars. And you can send the whole thing over to the Pokepot and have 10 rolls in the Pokepot. Okay, so here's Raichu, and he's not being priced because he is free, actually. If that card is $5, I'll take it, says Ivan. Sure, send in for it. Send in. Maybe a different pack of, I don't like those tags. It looks like I'm out of pricing stickers, so I have to go to the other room and get more. But this is actually a free card, so let me set this up as free. This is Raichu from Star Birth. Oh, that's cool. 2021. Can you guys believe that? Star Birth was in the year 2021. That was like a million years ago. Keyword for the giveaway will be TCC. Now, I got to go set this up, all right? Give me a minute. TCC. And we're going to hit done. All right. So that's set up. It's a nice 10. It's a Cardconomist graded 10, so that's kind of fun in a different way. Don't get a lot of chances to collect TCC cards. Okay. All right. Jonathan Cham. Let's get it started. Thanks for being here, by the way, guys. If you're new and you've never placed an order, send one in. Give it a try. Your orders give us our entertainment. That's what the entertaining part of this stream is when that order comes in. All right. Okay. All right, okay, all right, okay. TCC. Yeah. Oh, man, this sticker's not going to stay. These stickers are bad. So the Grimer's 200. We'll get a proper sticker for him in a minute. But let's open this up. Open, open, open. Thank you, mister. I love cheap slabs. It's all about the art. Nice, man. Well, I'm glad you're liking them. Here's this. And here is this. Beautiful. Ow. Well, what do we got here? Cold. Jonathan Morris. Mr. Jonathan, thanks for popping in, man. Appreciate the support. Here's Sam Azenta. Cold. Nado King. Rawr. Sam Azenta. Come on. Come on. Oh, my God. Setaton. Look at that Setaton. Good. Persian. We ought to do another one of those breaks where it's a card that will be sent in for grading. Wobble Fett. You have any 50 and under slabs on the table? Looking to make my first slab purchase on your stream. 50 and under slabs. You know, Ivan keeps snatching those. There we go. But, you know, ooh. Oh, okay. So you got a Rocket card at least, but it is a Rocket admin kind of card. Sneasel. If you keep watching the table, I guarantee you'll run into something like that. Ooh, Giovanni's Meowth. You know, you could get a box with a double hit in it. Let's see if you get a box with a double hit. I like this Tyranitar. That's a cool card. If you guys ever don't want your Tyranitars, you just let your old Uncle TCC know. There it is. Because I know some of you guys don't care so much about your hollows. Okay, I like that Tyranitar. The olive tree, perfect for the Pokepot. That is a Pokepot kind of pull. Pokepot full of olive trees. Blaziken. Hold. Hold. Meowth, the best AR in the set. Really? It's the Meowth? I would have thought it was the Houndoom because he's so cool looking. But the Meowth looks really classic, doesn't it? The Meowth looks like a real Team Rocket kind of card. We're making the new Dusclops army, lol. The new Dusclops army. All right, let's see. Oh my God, this pack. This pack said, keep me sealed. All right. Last pack was so disappointing. Now, I have to go get new price tags from the other room. I know exactly where they are. This will only take a second. All right, Jonathan Morris. Very nice. Picking up that Meowth. Yeah, it's a really cute card. Rocket Admin, Orbeetle, Zamazenta. Now it's Tyranitar. Oh, yeah, the Tyranitar. But the Dusclops, he was a non-holo. So, you are going to be new bag. You said that, didn't you? I think you said new bag. Ah, right. Here we are. Zoinks. Get one of those Team Rocket briefcases and do a break on it. The briefcases, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about the briefcase. So let me go get some more stickers. This is the free card right here. Type in TCC. When I come back, we'll hand out some spots right away into the TCC break. TCC free card break. But I got to go get my stickers. Also, I'm thirsty. I wonder what my drink is. All right. Got it. Oops. Ba-doop. Slab rotation question mark? There we go. Okay. Well, Quest sticker Grimer. He's my favorite. This guy. Let's go over here. We're handing out a nice little card. John. Spider. Okay. Cal Snowcraft. Cal Snowcraft. Number 4. David Ma. Brandon Wong. All right. Thank you, Mr. Brandon. Very good. And let's get another slab up on the table. Ooh, Vintage Giratina. What do you think that one's going for now? He's too good. So PSA 10. 005. 11th. Movie. Giratina. Oops, spell it wrong. Tina. All right. And he is... There he goes. He's a little more expensive than he used to be. So he's 120. And we're actually just going to go ahead and pop him straight into the live customs. He's such a lovely card. We got to have some lovely cards like this in the live customs. Okay. Into the live customs he goes. 4, 5, 6. Good. I should write 120 on them so I know what I set them at. That's good. Best One Piece hit of the day? Can't say, but I'm sure there is more to come. Wow, I've never been chosen by Nightbot before. How cool is that, huh? Must be your lucky day. I think I'm ready for some music rotation. What do you guys think? What should we play for the music? Okay. 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 All right. Lovely. Where are my odds better because I was chatting so much? It's just random. Yeah, you type in TCC and then it's random. All right, off to the live customs. Beautiful card there, guys. So we keep those live customs fun. Thank you again, Mr. Jonathan Morris, for the big order tonight. 1990s Limp Bizkit, Metallica. Do. Beatrice is back. Can I get a spot in the Leafeon and $100 to slab away? Yes, you can. Says you have the dogs. This goes down to 28E5. Boop. Oh, we got a message from Mr. Blake. Let's see. He says Okay, hold on. Okay, so Mr. Blake Santoro says he, in fact, did not spend the $48, and that was why it was still around. Here we go. I thought maybe he had spent it. We sent him a picture of this so he feels good about it, because I don't want to throw out anyone's unused store credit, obviously. I do a mistake where I accidentally leave store credits in the store credit box, and I thought that's what happened. But he was explaining he got the second spot back in a trade. That's how he did it. All right, there we go. That's taken care of. Did anything else pop up, by the way? What's this? Clicking on this. Oh, he already told me I corrected it. Perfect. And now Beatrice has done the slab away, and it's time to put Beatrice into the Leafeon. All right, Leafeon break. Lovely Leafeon. Beautiful. Let's get that electric bag out. See if it's nearby. Oh, maybe make a new bag real fast. Oh, nope, there it is. Lovely. Okay, thank you, Beatrice. Next up, we have Ivan Rodriguez, and he wants this guy. Here you go, Mr. Ivan Rodriguez. Okay. Boop. Now let's get another quest card. You ready? Let's see what the next one is. So the next quest card is Diglett. Oh my God, not Diglett. He's the best one. Who doesn't want a Diglett? Lovely. And let me learn a little bit about Diglett. Let's see how much I paid for him. Well, first, let's see if there's one for sale. Quest Diglett. Okay, there's none. There's none for sale. I kind of have a monopoly on these cards, to tell you the truth. But that's also why I'm selling, because I realize when you have a monopoly, that's the best time to sell. So I legit paid a lot of money for this Diglett, and it's making me wonder if I've underpriced the Grimer. I actually paid more for the Diglett than the Grimer. They seem to have come from two different sellers. So Grimer is going to be stuck at 260. Good. And so is this Diglett. Okay. Doesn't make sense for one to be that much cheaper than the other one. They're kind of in a similar category of demand. There goes. So Grimer, Diglett. Ta-da! Wait a second, this isn't a Diglett. What? Here's Mr. Miguel Vasquez. Slab away. You got it. Slab away, Mr. Miguel. Boom. All right. So you're up to 250. And now we're running back over here to grab Miss Six, who says she will also jump in the Leafeon. Miss Six. Here you go, Six. Do I have to be here if I win the free Raichu? No, you don't have to be here. You do not have to be here. You can go to bed. It's more fun if you're here. Were you going to leave us? That's it. I'm changing the rules. You do have to be here. Okay, where's the vintage pack opening at? Here it is. That's the Rocket Vintage Pack. Let's see how far along it is. I think it's 3 or 4. 1, 2, 3. All right, moving slowly. It's a $42 buy-in. Team Rocket. Maybe it's harder to sell a Team Rocket pack when the actual new Team Rocket set is out. Maybe I didn't think about that. Let's go ahead and rotate things and see what's going on here. So now we've got this Rhydon-D's. This expensive Dratini. We had this Lapras right here. So the Lapras was 400. See, that's making sense. So that's 260. That's 400. We have a Caleb Charmeleon. An Anthony Kalura Alicia. A Yolan Dark Crobat. That was Yolan? That wasn't Yolan. Hold on. This is a Caleb card, isn't it? I better tell him. Hold on. I can message Mr. Caleb. I gotta be real careful with these. Pretty sure this is a Caleb card. Give me a second here. I'll make sure. I'm gonna show this to Caleb because he'll remember. Take a picture. We just got that card. I think I might have accidentally written Yolan on it. Trying to think, what was in Yolan's bag? Yolan did have some Rocket Return cards, but all his were 9s, and we priced them all already. This is Caleb's. Yeah, this is Caleb's. 165, let's update this. This is a really nice one, by the way. 9.5. All right. That would be interesting. What if the giveaways were like more rewarding, like they were actually better giveaways, but the rule changed so that you had to stay in the stream to claim the prize. Like you couldn't win the prize if you couldn't proclaim to be there. That'd make it much tougher, that's for sure. All right, so 165. Caleb. Got the correct name on it now. I think people who tend to stay in the stream from beginning to end would like that change. There's Lugia, and here is Dragonite. Lovely. Now, I remember what I was doing. I was rotating these because I'm trying to line 3 up so I can put them away. So there's a Gligar. Here's an Empoleon. Here's a Chinchou. That's perfect. So this is a nice round. We're going to take a picture of this. We are going to take a picture of this. Give me a minute. All right, tell them I fixed it. Now we're going to jump over here. We're going to go to the All Slabs May channel and take a picture of this group. So you can go in our Discord server and actually shop our slabs with updated prices for May. All right. Good. Yeah, because when you put slabs up on the table, you have to take them back down too. Okay. We have an order now. And refresh. Lugia sold. Hey, Caleb Lugia. I kind of figured this was almost underpriced. It was weird. Lugia is sold. You got it. So we're going to go update Caleb's card now. Oops. What I meant to say is we're going to drop all the cards like a magician. Yeah, a magician who doesn't know how to... Mr. Caleb. Shuffle his own cards. Ah. He's at $174 from these commission sales. And now he's at $192. Good. And that's Ivan Rodriguez sending in an order for these, I believe. Yeah, that one's a pretty cool one too, huh? $25 Lugia. Yeah, that's not so bad. Mickey Mouse. Oh, yeah. Somebody's trying to buy this one right here. How do these keep getting ink on the back? All right, next up we have Mia. What's up, Mia Uden? 2 Team Rockets. You got it, Miss Mia. 5 Night Wanderers. Oh, okay. 5 Night Wanderers. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lovely. Hoo-hoo. There's so many cheap and affordable packs on the menu these days. Between the Korean cards and the Japanese cards, you actually have a lot to choose from. Okay. And what do we have here? Oh, Pecharunt. That was so easy. Look at that. Picking up a nice little Pecharunt. Of course, I think the Pecharunt's not even the top pull, is it? What you're really looking for are some of these cards like the Houndoom. Okay, there's another Pecharunt. It's great. In China, he's Mickey Mouse. Have any Houndoom slabs? Houndoom slabs. We just finished doing a break on a Houndoom slab. I might have Houndoom slabs somewhere. I can't think of anything off the top of my head, though. Miss Mia with an M-I. New bag? Mia, this is a new bag, huh? I think that's a new bag. Bring back first edition cards. Ooh, wouldn't that be nice? Well, I wouldn't mind that at all. But that's a trick they can pull out of their sleeve anytime they want. First edition Pokemon, you know how crazy everyone would go? I don't think they're going to do that, though. Besides, I think what would be better than first edition would be serialized cards. That would actually be cooler. New bag, all right. Miss Mia, how are you today? Anything fun going on in life? I've been on a Houndoom slab spree for the last week. Houndoom. Ow! He's a cool Pokemon. I tossed that back there. This is actually for sale. We have somebody showing interest in it. Mr. Anthony Kalura might want it. Ready? So now we've got Charizard, Promo Red, and Blue. Okay. This is going to be a Caleb Ibarra card. Let's get a price. All right, we're going to say PSA 9 XY 121. Let's see if that does it. And we're going to choose lowest price. Buy it now. There it goes. And there it is. Cheapest one is $220. Every time we put a Charizard up on the table, he sells very fast. We're going to be doing $240 for this card because we just struggle so badly to keep a Charizard up here. He sells a little too fast. Besides, that extra 20 should cover taxes anyways. So you pay taxes when you buy Charizard. It's the Charizard tax. Beautiful card, though. Look at that. Wow. Excellent. That could be a break in 2 seconds. I mean, how many spots is that? 6? Yeah, that guy'd break. He'd break. Here's Ivan Rodriguez. Lugia. We got that already. Very nice. Let's go ahead and check ZELLE. No orders in ZELLE. Let's go ahead and check CASHAPP. Okay, no orders in CASHAPP. We have a short line. If you guys like short lines, you don't have to wait too long to get anything you want open. Taihua is next. He wants a spot on the Rayquaza. The Rayquaza is a big deal. This card's getting close to the end, man. Rayquaza is a big deal. Taihua jumping right in. Mister, why are you punishing me? Why am I punishing you? Pokemon needs a water Charizard. That'd be so weird. Hey, what's up, Mr. Taihua? Welcome back. Let's count up the total number of spots in this rare candy break. We have a fast break running. Here it is. That could end before the night's over. Total of 5 spots. It's the Leafeon. Let's count this up. You ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. We're up to 23 exactly. 23 on that beautiful Ray. 12 spots remain. This will be over faster than you believe. Unless I take a day off tomorrow. All right, what do you guys think? Should I take a day off tomorrow? Maybe. I think Karis kind of wants me to, but I kind of don't want to. We have an order of Uriel Chavez. Big order here. Oh, man, he's got a whole conversation going on. Let's see. So he wants 4 upper deck halos. Then he wants 5 pre-grades. I'd like to send 2 for BGS grading, then ship the rest to blah, 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 blah. I also have more than a couple slabs to ship and a silver dragon coin, which I would like to exchange for a Venom coin. I also have a $60 credit. How close is the fossil break? I want to send a sealed pack for grading, but it was from the base set unlimited break. Ooh, that's a lot of information. So here's the fossil. Fossil Sublist has 4 spots over here, and the actual fossil break is all the way up to 25 out of 36. So basically 11 packs left to sell. And really that's going to look more like 10 packs when this thing right here finishes. We're pretty close to it. So about 10 packs left and just taking its sweet time, but that's okay. But Fossil's getting closer. As for sending a pack in for pack grading, I suppose you could do that. And we could hold it until this finishes. And then we can get a price up for pack grading. And you might be able to jump into the queue for pack grading with a couple other people who have Fossil packs. So yeah, it would totally be possible to send a pack back for pack grading. And then, let's see. So he would like to exchange his Dragon coin for the Venom coin. I might be open-minded to that, but there might be a price difference between them. So you will have to pay if there is a price difference, you will have to pay the price difference. But I think I personally prefer the Venom coin myself for my inventory. And now, 4 packs of Upper Deck Halo. Let's get to the meat. Let's get to the fun. Where am I keeping my Halo packs? These Halo packs are absolutely amazing. If you haven't watched this before, you're going to enjoy it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, lovely. She's the boss. Listen to her. I have to wait for the triad approval before I can slap away anything between Zard and Pika is my weakness. Can I slap away that Charizard or no, since it's a commission slab? Since it's a commission slab, you can totally slab it away. Commission slabs are completely up for slab away. No problem. There it is. That one's a pretty good one, too. All right. And one more. These are the Hobby Box Halo packs from Upper Deck. And they have been really stunningly beautiful. There's some great cards in here. And we've sold a lot of it. One of the better sets on the menu right now. Okay. If you're somebody who's just looking for something fun to open, this would be a fun set right here. Ooh, there's Master Chief Halo 3 right there. Check that out, guys. All right, congrats on that, Mr. Uriel. That's a gradable card right there. Okay, And Brute from Halo 3 ODST. Trade, dang phone. I would love that. It says official blank face. All right. Okay, so Mr. Kyle just took that Charizard. He's gone. I told you, Charizard never really lasts on the table. You know, we put all these other cards up like Diglett, right? But Diglett's just going to sit there for a while. Here's... Oh, this is the Rookie. Another nice card. The Rookie from Halo ODST. Boop. Here's Cortana looking like she's fully clothed now. Not a fan. Give me back naked Cortana. All right. Man, organizing stuff on Minecraft sucks. Oh, yeah. Tammy's playing some Minecraft. Tammy, we got to get more people in our Minecraft server. She's playing on a Minecraft server that is open to our group, but we got to know who you are if you'd like to join it. But it's a Realm server, so it's on all the time. You could go in there and build some stuff if you'd like. Okay, here's in Amberclad. Ooh. Diglett's my favorite Pokey. Diglett's your favorite Pokey. Something you're not telling us, Joseph? You know we haven't had in a while? We haven't had a drill card in a while. There we are. Okay, okay. What we got? UNSC Cruiser. Cruiser? I barely know her. Ta-da. The story so far. And Brute Chieftain. All right. Just sent it on CASHAPP. Nice. So we're going to set it up under a CASHAPP name then, okay? All right, so that's for Uriel. 4 packs of Halo Upper Deck. He wants 5 pre-grades on the cards that I think are best to send out to grade. So, step number 1, I got to find your name. I got to find your bag. Look at this. Victor Cardenas actually got one of those chicken jockeys from the new Minecraft set, the $9 pack one. Ah, you got a box right here, you say. Set this to my side. My brain was waiting for a song to start playing because it's heard these playlists so many times. So what do we got? You got the mask. That's the one! You got to grade that one, bro. Trico, Mudkip. Those are Spanish cards. Here's a numbered Pelican card. That's kind of interesting. But it's Pelican. Here's a Cortana chip. No point in grading that until it's been activated. Okay, Weapon ODST. Did you have any cards in the Cool Kids box? That's my next question. So did you have any Cool Kids box cards? All right, let's try this again. You ready? So, hollows to the side. Mudkip. You've got these holographic base set packs from Ruby Sapphire. This one has a clear white dot on the back. He's got a problem. This one has a slightly better odds. You know, I feel like you were kind of hoping for something crazy to come out of those packs you were opening, but you didn't get like an insanely big hit because you got that numbered card there. I'd say this guy's decent. He's a holo, but he's not a numbered holo, and the Rookie is decent as well. I think what I recommend is not grading. I recommend taking your money. The rest to... Okay, and ship the rest of this. What I recommend is... Well, okay, so if you're sending 2 cards to Beckett, it's going to be one of these 4. And it could just be 2 Halo cards if you'd like. Maybe like the Master Chief in this card right here. I feel like the Rookie's not going to do as good as Master Chief. And this is pretty straightforwardly a numbered card. And then the Aaron, you could grade the Aaron, but it's in Spanish, correct? This is in Spanish. So let me just take a quick look at this as well. My immediate impression on it is it's thin on the left side versus the right side. And then pop this guy over. He's just got minor flaws on the surface of the back of the card. There's sort of a print line right there. I don't know if you can see that without zooming. You can't really see it without zooming. So my impression of these cards is I don't know if I would send any of these off to Beckett. I might send these off to PSA or maybe CGC, although I don't think CGC would take these. CGC would take this one. But yeah, I'd send that to PSA, not to Beckett, because I don't think Beckett's going to be nice to these at all. I think Beckett's going to be horrible to them. Let's check the back of the card. The back of the card looks better centered, but the front of the card suggests that this side here is fat and this side here is thin. So I'm not sure. I feel like I would hold that money, Mr. Uriel. I would hold that money. I wouldn't actually use it. You want me to hold your grades as store credit? You know, one of the benefits of doing a pre-grade is to know what not to grade so that you can avoid spending money on grading. I'm not sure I'd send any of these out. They're simply not valuable enough. Many of these are not valuable enough to be worth the cost, because you could get them back from grading and they could only be worth, like, let's say they even get a decent grade. Oh, maybe they're only worth like 65 though with the decent grade. Yeah, so that would be my advice, is no grade here. Okay, put those all together. So you're owed what, like $70 or something? 2 to BGS. Actually, the math isn't mathing for me either. So you sent, oh, because you had a store credit, correct? That's what it was. You had a store credit. You mentioned that. So let's go find that store credit, everybody. I'd get 2 spots in the Rayquaza instead of grading. Well, then again, if you do that, those spots could poof, turn into nothing. So the Rayquaza is really for people who are taking a big risk trying to pull a 1 in 35 Rayquaza. Let's see. Mr. Uriel, let's get that store credit out. There it is. Now, if I recall, the grading is $35 for Beckett, isn't it? Beckett is $38. Okay, I take that back. So Beckett is $38. So let's do this. I'm pulling my calculator out for you. You ready? So that should have been 16 plus 16 plus 16 plus 16, which is $64. Okay. And then plus 38, which is 140, plus 9. So the total order should have cost $149. You sent over $109 and $60 of store credit. So let's remove 38 and then remove 38. The real cost should have been $73 for this order, including the shipping. So it should have been $73, and you sent $109. So there's $36 left over, plus your 60. Oops. 36 plus 60 is $96. So this actually takes upward to 96. A little confusing, but the maths, I'm pretty sure. So now you've got $96 on your store credit card. Yes, I'll take the store credit. Yeah, I think that's the smart move. That's the benefit of the pre-grade, is you know when not to grade. And now your 4 packs are open and we're making you a label. How nice is this? All right, cool. Let's see, Uriel Chavez. And let's see. Get in the Leafeon, says 6. 6, I have a feeling that the daytime stream was too strong, man. We got just 80 viewers on a Friday night. I mean, I think the best explanation has to be the fantastic success of the daytime stream. I think that a lot of people opted to go there and spend all their money there. In fact, some of the people here right with us right now, they were in the daytime stream as well. So, man, that daytime stream is an interesting problem, because I think it's actually throwing the nighttime stream off. Okay, there's Charmeleon, but I think it's for the best, because the nighttime stream runs so damn late. Okay, cool. And she's talking about that, Leafeon. Thank you, Mr. Appreciate it. No problem, man. But you know what? It's actually good for you guys if there's not too many people here, because you'll have a better chance at this right here. By the way, let's get Kyle Summers in here. He's going to be spot number 6. He just placed his first order tonight. And let's put Tammy in for fun. Here you go, Tammy. Tammy, you're number 7. And also JB123. JB123 and Onetic. Onetic is here. What's up, Onetic? And Tammy Lowe again. Tammy, you can be on here twice because the first spot was free. The second spot was you being chosen. Here's Thomas Hogg, right? Okay. Hogue? It's actually Thomas Hogue, isn't it? It's Hogue. I'm so stupid. Thomas Hogue. Juan Jin Kim. Okay, number 12. Lana Care. So there's Mr. Juan Jin Kim. And there's Ash Blossom Spring for $400 apparently. There's Roaring Moon. The Nazgul Terror. Blues Tactics. Blues Clues. Some Cerulean. Cerulean is not selling. That's interesting, isn't it? Cerulean is not selling. Kyle Summers is next. He wants the Charizard for Slab Away. Here you go, Kyle. So here's how it works. We flip this around and we write your name down on the back. Kyle Summers. We say SA for Slab Away. And we're jumping over here to the Slab Away channel to type your name in. It's going to say May 25, Kyle Summers. PSA 9 Charizard, $240. Now, if you sent $50, I keep $20. That's the reserve fee. $30 gets applied to the slab, so you have $210 remaining. All right, Mr. Kyle, there it is. His first Slab Away. Yay! I've only looked for a few months. About time to buy something. Can I get 10 hollow shuffles? Got any graded South Park hollows? Graded South Park hollows? I don't think I have any graded South Park hollows. But somewhere I have some Eric Cartman 10s or something like that. Yeah, I like those cards. Those are fun. I just don't know where they are, though. All right, send those orders in, guys. Let's have a nice stream. Let's see what I got down here, huh? So here are some of my slabs going up on the table. We got Nidoking, Paris, Shuppet, Baltoy, and Iron Thorns. Ah, yes, all the cards that get you very excited. Oh, TCC, I didn't know you had a $75 Baltoy. Be still, my heart. But this Nidoking's actually pretty cool. Let's try and get a price up on this Nidoking. I think he's 100. Nidoking Stadium. I ought to take some slabs like this. I ought to take some slabs like these. And I ought to just get them up on eBay, to be honest with you, because somebody out there wants that Shuppet. But I think this audience is too small for, like, such a niche card. Like, it's much safer to get, like, a very broad card like Charizard and place them up here. And that's why there's never a Charizard up here. Ever. It's just gone. Speaking of which, if you want a chance for a Charizard, here's the Lance's Charizard break. $40 per spot in this break. 5 people are in. We need 5 more. You're spoiling us with that Baltoy. I know. Only the best for my cult-like following. Here's Abraham G. Rios. 3, Glory of Team Rockets. Ooh. Where's the Glory of Team Rockets? Here it is. 1. Good. I know. Mr. Joey, did you have a store credit you wanted to use? Is that why you asked for 10 Poke Shuffles, or is he just being silly? Here's this. Ta-da. Well, now it says we suddenly have 101 viewers. See, that's why I don't trust it, because a second ago it said we had like 86. How do we just suddenly jump to 101? I think that the YouTube watch count does not keep track of the viewers correctly. 1, 2. Ta-da! I don't get it. Ooh. Good luck to Abraham G. Rios. Hey, mister, here watching the stream with the missus. Oh, how's she tonight? Does she like Pokemon cards? Oh, Blaziken. Is it just me? Or does the Blaziken not get pulled very often? I feel like the Blaziken does not... Maybe that's just totally in my head. But I swear he does not come out that often. What? You can't pull 2 back to back? Wow, that's like the opposite of what I just said. I don't think Blaziken gets pulled very often. Pulls 2 in a row in 3 packs. Ooh, that's like a magic trick. Oh my God. Wow, I almost feel like that's a funny clip. That's a clip, says Jack Gray. All right. Let me go toss this to Mike's side. What were the odds of that? Because I don't think the odds for that are very high at all. I'll jump up here to Stream Clips. Very short clip. All right, we were 2 hours and 40. Is 2 hours and 40 minutes later? Has it really been that long? Because I feel like we've just gotten started. Doesn't it feel more like we've just gotten started? To me, it doesn't feel like it's been 2 hours and 40 minutes at all. I feel like we've just gotten started. Anthony Abraham. All right, Mr. Abraham G. Rios with the double Blaziken. That's funny, LMAO. Mr. House Life in the Lake of the Ozarks. Oh, it's so beautiful out right now. I mean, this is the best time of the year in Missouri. We're in the spring months. I mean, the middle of May, it starts to get a little warm. So they'll start, you know, this. We noticed that the public pool it's full of water. It's ready to go. So it'll start getting hotter later this month. But these are the best weekends, the best weeks in Missouri because the weather's so fine. I mean, let's see what the weather's going to be tomorrow. Probably going to be like 80. Let's see, weather. It says 51 outside right now. Saturday and Sunday, 60 and 67 degrees. I mean, maybe a little bit nippy, but that's actually, especially when the sun is out, that's really good. And then Monday is 70 degrees, Tuesday 73, Wednesday 64, Thursday 66, Friday 69. Next Saturday, Sunday, it's 72 and 74. So like I'm saying, this is that spring weather, and it's so good. It makes Missouri actually seem like a really nice state for a while until the tornado carries you away, and then you're like, maybe this place isn't so nice. The rain and the tornadoes have been crazy in Texas. Yeah. Well, that's what it is. The nice spring weather brings those crazy tornadoes. All right, there's a nice Topps Nido King Pristine 10. Very hard to get that Pristine 10. Lovely. Here is Leafeon from Anthony Kalura. Umbreon from Anthony Kalura. Here's my life herb. Maybe you've never heard of this before. Here's Entei. Those two Pokies massaging each other. Maybe. Let's take a picture. Like I said before, we take pictures of our stuff and post them in our Discord server. So you can retroactively go back and go shopping for that. Some of you guys have heard me say that a million times. But we get new people watching all the time, and so they got to be told that that's how it works, or else they won't know. So these are coming down finally after lots of rotations. They've had their turn. It's time for a new round of Pokies. All right. We have Jack Gray, one Playboy pack. So he's referring to these Donald Trump booster packs. Why do I call it that? I'm not particularly interested in Playboy. We're interested in pulling Donald Trump. These packs have no nudity in them. They're totally safe for work. They're Playboy magazine covers. One of the Playboy magazine covers had Donald Trump on it. That card sells for a lot of money to collectors who, I don't know, really like them. If you don't really like them, you can still open these. And if you pull him, have me cut it in half. It'll be hilarious. Everyone will laugh. Yeah, I'm going to laugh. Here's Playboy. Here's Playboy. Playboy, and oh yeah, and there, you know, you might find something else like that to grade too. Who knows? I like that one because it's such a lovely brand card or title card, whatever you want to call it. Life earned sold. Look at this. January of 1974. This was January 1974. Crazy. You know, I read a book when I was working for Coca-Cola. I was reading a lot of books, and I read one book about it was a book that talked all about illegal substances, and it was talking about how they changed over time. And one of those substances was adult content. One of them was weed, and what was the third one? I can't remember the third one. I think the third one was prostitution. So it was those three things. It was like a documentary. It was like a historical thing talking about the rise of adult entertainment. And it was talking about how there was this guy who wanted to sell nudie magazines, and he had to fight the government, the United States government, so many times. And the FBI was raiding his home, and he was constantly under assault by all these lawyers, like Christian lawyers. And that guy fought his whole life against the government to have the right to sell nudie magazines. And he preceded Playboy, and Playboy only existed because of all of the work that that guy went through, making it legal to sell nudie magazines. So it was a really interesting story because the guy's life kind of gets completely and utterly destroyed by his obsessive fight for the freedom to, you know, sell basically naked pictures. All right, Jack. It was a really fascinating story. I don't really capture it as well, you know, within... Oh, did you need a new bag? Oh, he said one Playboy pack to the daily giveaway. That's for the giveaway. Oh, the daily giveaway, you say. So you would like... Well, let's have it work like this then. So if it's a daily giveaway, let's have it be... How can I do this? So it wasn't a Donald Trump pack. We can do something like this. A pioneer for rights. Yeah, so he was a pioneer for the rights to be able to produce and sell adult content, which was actually illegal for a while. It was very illegal. And he did it despite it being illegal, and he just kept fighting and fighting and fighting. And it drove him crazy. And that was one of the problems was he started to actually become wealthy after he won. He eventually won the right to sell nudie magazines, to the chagrin of all of the lawyers and people who are about, you know, protecting, you know, morality in the country. They're like, this is immoral, this is unhealthy for the country, we shouldn't do this. He won to their chagrin, but he went crazy from it. He ended up breaking up with his wife because this is why, because she couldn't take it anymore, because their whole lives were just being invaded by the government. You know, they would raid the guy's home and search his home for something to get him for. And then also because, you know, he was wrapped up in court all the time. Oh, they should say free. And so she leaves him because it was too abnormal of a life because of all the problems. And it really, really upset him when she left. And so he did this big mistake. He started withholding all of his income from the government. So again, he won in the end. He actually beat the government. He got the laws passed in the Supreme Court ruling that said that making adult content is a First Amendment right. That was essentially what he established over the course of his life. But what he did was he withheld his taxes because he was so mad at the government for everything that they did to him while he was a younger man trying to establish nudie magazines. He was so mad about it, he refused to pay taxes to the government because he felt like they had ruined his life. And one day they found out how much he hadn't paid, and they took him to jail. So that was it. That was it for him. He went to jail. How crazy is that? And so after he goes to jail, we get a new magazine, Playboy. How about that? That's a little bit of history for you guys. So that one's not ready to be handed out. Actually, we were working on this one. Let's wrap this one up right now for you guys who are hanging out with us tonight. Get you a free card right away. Here's Shinobi. Mr. Shinobi. Here's Matthew Hansen. Yep, without that guy's lifelong battle against the government, we never would have had Playboy. It never would have happened. we wouldn't have had necessarily the hub or any of those things. And if we did, somebody else would have had the fight with the government. But he started that fight a really long time ago, like 1960, 1950, sometime like that. And back then, America and the government and all that were way more Christian, way more conservative. So number 17, Asgardurd and Mia Uden. Ready? Landing on 5 for Brandon Wong. See, we didn't even need all the numbers. Just got to land on 5. All right. Good. Okay. I better write the date down on this. It's going to say 5.25. Mr. Brandon. So now we have a new giveaway. It's this Playboy pack. It's a clever little pack. I mean, the actual card right in the front looks very nice. When you agree, this card right here, I don't know about the other cards, but this card right here looks very clever. So you're going to get this in this giveaway. That's the next giveaway is Mr. Jack Gray, and we've made the keyword gray. Let's go update that keyword. Gray. There we go. So that's completed, and now we have an order from our friend Joshua Ramos. He says ONE TCC Modern Pack. Ah, yes, the Modern Packs. These have not been selling like hotcakes necessarily. I would like to find a formula that makes them sell really, really well, but I don't think I've cracked it yet. Get all this stuff. I gotta put this into some kind of baggie. Give me a minute. Okay, I'll mark it as Pokebread or something. I'll place these back here for now. Now, here goes. So this is it. These are the Modern Packs, and he ordered one of them. So grab a chunk. They're shuffled. Some of them are cold and some of them are hot. Let's see what he gets. 1, 2, 3. 1. You're going to get... Haha, you got a cold pack. Very cold pack. Sorry, man. 1 cold pack. At least you got a Disney card, but even the Disney card was not a very good one, huh? Pretty cold, Joshua. Okay. Now, he also needs a Paldea Evolved. There it is. A Minecraft Hobby Pack. Ooh, nice. Minecraft Hobby Pack. Here it is. Grab a card for the Pokepot. Whoa, there you go. That's a card for the Pokepot right there. Place that in the Pokepot. And now let's go ahead and roll. Landing on 5, 5, 2, and 3. All right, what do we have? It's TG Maps. What's up? He says, hey, Mr. Been a while. How's it going, man? TG Maps. Where you been, TG Maps? You abandoned me? I thought we were close. I thought we were like this. Here's Jumpluff. And... ooh. Oh, you're going to get maybe a numbered card here. Are you ready? Ha-ha, look at that. Gold ingot. Out of 475, Joshua Ramos. Schedule 1 was an insanely addicting game. He's busy buying from PokeRev. No! Where's that guy who comes in and says PokeRev's better? Okay, lovely. Oh, yeah. Beautiful. You got a numbered card out of there. Don't think numbered cards should go that high. It's just how it is. Here's Baby Koo and Mr. Zuri. You did not pull the Chicken Jockey. Chicken Jockey. Struck Gold. PC Master Race. These PC guys always think they're better. Okay. Lovely. Joshua. Boy, you guys should have seen the 151 Premium Collection box getting open in the daytime stream. And then also there was there was a Shining Legends Premium Collection box open in the daytime stream too. It was pretty wild. And then what else happened? I think we opened like 35 packs of Prismatic for one guy, and yeah, it was that whole stream was crazy. Joshua. It's really surprising. I don't know what to think of it. Ta-da. Oh my gosh, finally finished sorting. Tammy, your brain is the sorting algorithm. All right, let's rotate this. Meowth, that's right. Jackals. The beautiful Chansey coin. That's a pricey coin. Gliscor. And Mickey Moose, which is a star card. He's getting cheaper over time. Here's Cubone. I like that Cubone, I do. All right, we're taking a picture of this so that we can pull it back down. Click. That's good. We're going to go to the Pricey Slabs channel and take a picture of a new Pricey Slab. This one right here. It's Lemonge. What's up, Lemonge? He says, happy Saturday morning. Happy Saturday morning, man. This should go over here. And these will go under the table. Good. Okay, I think we grabbed everything that we needed for Mr. Joshua Ramos. Thank you, Josh. Next up, we have an order from, hit refresh over here, No Doubt Sunday Morning. I have like 300 first edition common cards hodling. So now we've got Mr. Joey Albrecht, 10 holo shuffles. Well, he wasn't kidding. He was not kidding. Ready? Spawn is going to be so laggy. 1, 2, 3. I don't like that. Why you say that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I feel like she's doing something. We've got 1. Ooh, Bulbasaur. 2. Wait, which side? Let's put this here. 3, 4, 5. Ta-da! Ah! All right, picking up them hits, huh? All right, the 5 Live Custom is a top chase pull in the Pokey Shuffle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. That's why you open up these hollow Pokey Shuffles. You know, the Pokey Shuffles, no matter how hot or cold the box is, it's always shuffled. So you always have a chance. The odds might go up or down, but you always do have a chance. So before we get these, now let's get these first. Oh, here's this stupid bag. Let's put this bag over here and move this over here. And now the Pokey Shuffle. Bulbasaur. That's kind of nice. Bulbasaur 9. Lovely. And War Turtle. Ooh, both of those were solid cards. You know what's crazy about this order? Look, that's 63 and 25, Joey, and you still got 5 live customs. People ignoring those hollow shuffles, man. But you know, I think people have gone in there and lost a lot of money too. So it's a trade-off. All right. Not too bad. Yeah, not too bad at all. Good. Let's get 5 live custom boosters. These might be hot. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So you shot past the hit. And let's take a quick look at it. It says 10 Gengar. Ooh. Picking up a Gengar now. Oh, I know what this is. Oh, solid. That's XY Evolution or XY Era Gengar. How about that? feel like you just turned $50 into like $250, $300. Crazy, crazy luck for you. Okay. That looks amazing. Gengar 10? Yeah, you got a Gengar 10 from the XY era. I don't know. Some people get all the luck. All right, let's see what's next. Loading. So, we're going to hit refresh over here. We're going to hit refresh over here. And we do have one order in the queue. Ivan Rodriguez, Life ETB. Did I not just put that one down here, though? Ah, there it is. From Hidden Legends, 2004. All yours, Mr. Ivan. Okay. So that Life Herb, that is sold. And now we get to put another one of these on the table. So the Quest Sticker Pikachu. Ooh, that's a tough one. Pop 2, and I own both of them. So I kind of just get to pick my own price. There's nothing to look up. Because if I've got both of them, that's it. There's nothing else to think about. Oh, I gotta sneeze, dude. Oh. Son of a... I sneeze so much when I'm working over here. Now I have the runny nose. No! All right, Pikachu. I get to come up with any price I want on this card. In fact, I know you cannot get this anywhere else. It's virtually impossible. I'm the only one who owns this. I've seen some pricey Pikachus before. Is this really necessary? Yeah, we do the big stickers on the pricey cards. Now I got a runny nose. It's terrible. Okay. If you bought this, it would just be me and you with one of these. Unless a third one finally gets graded, who knows? Pikachu Jockey. It might be smart for me to list that one up on eBay and be like, I'm the owner of both of the population of 2 of them. That's the wettest sneeze I ever heard. Yummy. Yummy wet sneeze. PSA giving that card a 10 is a hodl move. It's a nice card. It's a temptation, at least. But, you know, money doesn't grow on trees or something like that. Money technically does grow on trees. Here's another Charizard. All right. Mega Charizard Generations, but he got a 7. Take a quick look into that. I don't think that one's terribly expensive. I think that comes from the XY Euro box. That promo box. So this is going to say PSA 7 Charizard Generations. Let's see what we get. Let's get this set to buy it now. This show brought to you by Lana Care. Wow, he's kind of expensive. All right, so he's going to be $75. Okay, $75 with the limp sleeve, huh? Well, let's give him a fresh sleeve. We know we have to get him a fresh sleeve if he sells, so 75 buckaroos. It's a very pretty card. There's no doubt about that. It's just too bad about the grade of 7. Makes you wonder if you popped it out and sent it to like CGC or to like some other company, if it could grade like 8 or maybe even 9. So if you bought it as a 7 and you spent a little money regrading it, could go up in value. But that's up to you to take the risk. But I don't think it would go, based on this, I don't think it'd go below 7. This PSA is great. Look at the grade 102. PSA's grading standard right now is atrociously high. It's like disgusting. Maybe they'll change that. What I say it was 75? I don't remember what I said. Looks like a 9. I know, they graded it pretty dang harshly. Could crack it and regrade it. But it probably won't grade 10. That's the important part. There he is. Let's get another Caleb Ibarra card up here. Oh, wow, this is a nice card. What is this going to sell for, though? So this one says 120. Pretty sure that came out of the live customs, though, because I thought at the time that a 120 seemed unreasonably high. So I would not have sold that to him direct for 120. He pulled that out of the live customs. So let's just take a quick look. I bet you he's a $40 card now, but we don't know. Trick 018. He is cheaper. So he is a $55 card. I'm actually going to make this one 60 because I don't want him to sell too fast. He's technically 60 if you consider the shipping and the taxes on eBay. So we'll go with the 60 because we want him to stay on the table a little bit longer. Caleb. This is me helping Caleb sell this. Lovely card. Big swirl right here, by the way. So this one's got a swirl on it. Good. Okay. Card definitely fell in price over time. He's got this Smooch 'em 2. I have a feeling that might have come out of a box, like a live customs or something. Only 60. 60 is cheap, man. What you got to appreciate is the price of grading. Like, even if the card is not super expensive, which it probably is slightly expensive, it's Pikachu. But even if the card was cheap, the grading is totally not. And so the question is, how many packs do you have to open to pull multiple Pikachus? How many Pikachus do you have to pick between before you have one or two that look like they could grade 10? Then you send those off to PSA. That takes a chunk of money for them to go out there and for them to come back. 60 is a steal, dude. In my opinion, it's a great price. It's 2024, and it's a $60 card. It's going to go to like $100 in like 5 years. And it'll take 5 years. But is it a hold? I think it is, because I think that the card will resell very easily, especially around the Halloween time periods. Sorry, Mr. Pikachu coming home. Yeah, he's a real solid card, actually. And I'll set that to the side. Now, Smooch 'em. But so that's the deal with those, like, that's a simple holo card from the Trick or Trade set, right? But even though it seems like it's easy to acquire the card, it's just not easy to acquire the card as a 10. So that is the hard part. So Poker Smooch 'em. Poker Smooch 'em. There is no Poker Smooch 'em for sale. Let me check. All right, we have one sold on March 10th for $42. We are technically in May, but I have a feeling that's roughly around what someone else would pay for this, because it's Smooch 'em. How often do people buy Smooch 'em? Not all the time. So let's go with the last sold price. I don't think it's going to go for a lot more than 40. You could ask like 45 or 50. Ivan loves Pikachu. I love Pikachu. Pikachu is dollar signs, man. Cha-ching! Pikachu. Ivan says Pika. Pika! You got it. All right, he's all yours now. And again, I wouldn't really worry too much about that price being like, oh, there's more Pikachus to grade out there. Yeah, but again, you got to open so many packs and you got to send so many in for grading. At the end, it ends up costing about $60 to get a 10. Calculator time. Okay. All right. Caleb's little card here. $235. This card's really impressive. This Nidoking He's pricey, but he's very impressive because not only did he get a 10, he got a pristine 10. And that is Silver Rays from the top Series 1 set. Since it's Silver Rays, some people believe that that is Print Wave 2. All right, set this over here for you now. We have a whole stack of slabs there. Pikachu Trick or Treat and Mega Charizard. Ooh, Robert Brown, your order came literally right after his. So you're going to have some leftover Mooney. You had the same idea as him. That's really interesting that there was a lot of demand for that Pikachu. There's Robert Brown. Okay, I can do you a trade. I'll get you the Smoochum instead. But you want this beautiful Charizard. He's a really beautiful card. And who knows? Maybe you crack him and send him to CGC. If you ever try to do something like that, you better not make a mistake when you're cracking it, because you can easily damage the card, okay? All right. Very good. Tyranitar is better than Charizard. Is he? Okay. Let's go ahead and grab another card real fast. So I thought of making this one available for sale. This is from Jennifer Yap, and it's a drawing for Caleb. It's Flygon. To Caleb. And we could just encapsulate this anyways. I'm not encapsulate it. I'm sorry, sell it anyways. Caleb's trying to raise some money for his medical bills. Not his. He's got a family member who needs some little help with the medical bill. I don't think that would be a bad thing, would it? If the Flygon went up for sale? That's so sad. He might want to keep it, but then again, he might be better off just collecting the money on it. Oh, maybe I'll ask him. He didn't say not to. And I know a Jennifer Yap drawing might sell. All right, so now we got this bad boy. Blue Eyes White Dragon Carddass PSA 1. That's really fun. You know, if it was like PSA, I don't know, like 4 or 3, that's a really annoying, or like 7, that's a really annoying grade in some ways. But a PSA 1 somehow is exciting again. And people actually pay a lot of money for the ones. So let's try this. PSA Blue Eyes. This should say Carddass, but it doesn't. 1998. Let's try that. PSA Blue Eyes 1998. Ah, there he is. Okay, and how about a PSA 1 version of the card? Does that exist? PSA 6 exists. Here it is, PSA 1, poor. They want $150 for it. $150. I mean, it just doesn't. That's more expensive than the 6, you know. That's the funniest part, is it's more expensive. Makes you wonder if it's worth it to damage your card. All right, sort by ended recently. And let's set it up to say PSA 1. No. We want to see this say it's sold recently. Oh, so this guy sold it as authentic. There's one that sold for 60, and then there's one that sold for 80. I'm posted for 80. Now let's get this music running again. Pokey and chill. Nah, give me back my Minecraft music. Mister, can I draw Pokemon on cards and send them to you to sell on commission? That'd be interesting. Yeah, I'd always thought about doing that, 6. We could try to do that for once. You want to try to do that for once? Just mail one into me. Try to make a real nice one, okay? Put some effort into it and mail one into me, and we'll see what we can do with it. What does the black Blue Eyes look like? I think what's most important if you want to do this, you and I have to come to kind of an agreement on how the cut on the sale of the card works, because it's not quite the same as selling like a normal Pokemon card. All right. Blue Eyes, White Dragon. This sticker here. Okay. Caleb. Yeah, I think the fact that this one's a PSA 1 is very exciting. Okay. I'd say 50-50. Yeah, like for example, you know, the encapsulating, we have that priced at like $45 per card right now. So I'd probably want to know that I'd get at least 45 bucks out. Here's Lucas with 3 live customs. Haha. Robert Brown, you've got $60. Okay. Lucas, good luck. 1, 2. Ah, lucky you, huh? 3. Okay. Overshot it by 1, but that's all right. What could we have pulled today? Zapdos 10. Oh, look at that. Raucous Zapdos. That's a lovely card. Okay. Lucas Lange. Good. Toss that up there. Toss these over here. Mister should have a card with my Siggy on it. Ooh, would you like that? Here's Dark Celery. Dark Celery. Dark Raticate. Japanese Fossil Dragonite. This is another Carddass Pokemon for sale. Carddass Gengar. Pop 4. I own 2 of them. And here is Raikou. So if I sell you one, I've got one. Somebody else has 2 more, and you've got one. It's really, really rare. Same with this Pikachu. If I sell this Pikachu, you've got one, and I've got one, and that's it. There's no more after that. Truly, truly rare cards. Those are 2 of the best cards to chase after in that set. The Pikachu and the Gengar. All right, we have Robert Brown, Blue Eyes White Dragon with store credit. Oh, good choice. Okay, so there's the Blue Eyes White Dragon. That didn't last too long, did it? It's a good one. All right, so we'll say 80 by 58. So this is, he's up to $292. Good. Well, that's not working out too badly for Mr. Caleb. We have 106 viewers now. The later we go, the more viewers we get. Oh, I just wrote his name back down. Wait a second. No. No, the sleeve's all ruined. I can't do that. Nah, we gotta get a new sleeve. I won't do it. It's gotta look nice. Drive me nuts. Robert Brun. Mr. Commission is 50%. When it comes to the commission slabs, I take 27%. That's what I take. And the good news is we sell your slabs at the cheapest buy now price. So, you know, on eBay, it would be 13%. Plus, you'd have to do the shipping. You'd have to do the listing. You'd have to handle any issues. I just sell them for you passively. And, you know, you still got that 13% you would have lost eBay, but you got a little bit you lost to me, too. Robert Brown. It's really not a bad situation. I mean, it seems like there's a couple people that have been having me sell now. Kalo Barra, Yolan, LaFlame, Anthony Kalura, and I haven't heard any complaints so far. All right. Good. All right. Those are really pricey, aren't they? I know those are pricey. Bulbasaur. That's another really good one. Let's take a moment and see how many of these there are. I own 1. I don't know how many there are total. Bulbasaur's pop 3, so I own 1. And there's only a total of 3 of them out there. And now I guess we will take a look at the price on this card. So there is one Bulbasaur for sale for $6.50 and $10 Canadian shipping, and a lot of people are buying from America, so that's more like $6.60 and plus taxes, huh? So I think now I'm not a Bulbasaur collector, but I know some of you guys are. So I think I'll offer this one for $670. All right. Cheap and affordable. Hey, this is some rare stuff going up on the table, you know, Pop 3. That's my job, is to make sure we curate the inventory to have some crazy, crazy stuff that you don't see everywhere else. All right, let me make sure I can actually do that too, by the way. Give me a moment. Oops. 670 it is. Oh, that one might sell, man. Somebody with slightly deeper pockets who sees that Bulbasaur and realizes they can't get it any other way might end up snatching that. All right, and now we've just got 3 more K-level Bara cards: the Eustace Captain Kidd manga, the Flygon, and the Rainbow Fearow. Looks like the Rainbow Fearow had once been for sale, probably in the live customs for 120. That's a Rainbow 10. I know there's a guy who's always asking if I have a new Rainbow 10 for sale. Now, as I recall, this was a slow-selling card. That's why he went into the live customs. We're going to set this at a really desirable price of $100. It's Fearow. So Fearow doesn't sell super fast, but also $100 is really good on any topped rainbow card. There you go. Nice. Beautiful card, huh? Oh my God, it's 517 already? Holy Jesus, dude. How did all the time go by? Okay, I know we started a little bit late, though. That's probably part of it. Hummum. I have a lot of shipping to do. I actually have to prepare like 3 bulk boxes. The JT, which takes like 8 minutes per box, so that's a bit. And then I need to ship something. Something needed to be shipped. What was it? Oh, I think I'm going to try and get that tag submission out on Saturday, which is tomorrow. So I think I got to pack that right away. JT. All right. Let's get Uriel's in here. And let's get Ivan R, and Crazy, the new guy, Kyle Summers. This is a giveaway hosted by Jack Gray for you guys. How nice. How lovely. All right. And with that, we're done. We are wrapping up the stream because it's 5:20 a.m. in the morning. It was a 3.5-hour stream roughly. Bit shorter. Again, I think the daytime stream's kind of eating up the nighttime stream's lunch a little bit. Like today's, I can tell you the data for today suggests we've already done extremely well before we even went live. I've got a bunch of shipping to catch up on now, and I will see you guys presumably for Saturday. I know Karis was hinting she wanted me to take a day off. I might do it. See you later, guys. I'll see you in the next stream. Maybe Saturday, definitely Sunday. I don't skip Sunday. See you later.